Okay, it's starting. Okay, I see it. Okay, thank you all for being here. I would like to first introduce Mr. Luke, the ICS High School principal.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here today. Welcome to the second Bangkok Entrepreneurial Student Tryouts. We're really excited to have you all here and thrilled to finally be having this competition. Obviously, this is not the way that we thought things would work out 6 months ago. And no one could have imagined we'd be doing the best competition via a Zoom call due to a global pandemic. However, here we are. The best team has worked super hard to organize this and pull it off in an online format. So thank you for being here and for being part of the second best competition. The best competition is such a fantastic opportunity for students to learn and develop skills that are hard to get from a classroom setting. It's great to see students collaborating together, working towards a common goal to develop an idea into a startup and potentially into a business. These are the 21st century skills that are often referred to in the educational world and in the business world. Students are gaining experiences that will serve them for the rest of their lives. I'm excited to see the best competition continuing, and I look forward to seeing how it continues to grow and develop. At this time, I would like to take a moment to recognize the students behind the entire BEST operation. These students have worked tirelessly to put this event together, and I know they are excited to see it all play out in this unique format. When the original event fell apart a few months ago, I was so encouraged to see that they took the news in stride and immediately began planning an alternative event. And today's activities and the event that you're about to be a part of are the fruit of their labor. So please join me in thanking the best team, Joanna, Summer, Cartoon, Sky, Matt, and Pooh. Thank you all so much. Great work, guys. At this time, I would also like to introduce the awards that the judges will be awarding concluding today's competition. In addition to these 5 awards, the top 2 or 3 teams will be getting the opportunity to move on to True Startup Competition, which is a competition usually for university level students. So that's a really exciting opportunity. And the 5 awards that will be given today are the greatest social impact, second, the most innovative business model, third, best validation, fourth, best pitch, and the 5th and final award is the most advanced prototype. So those are the awards that will be given at the end of today's competition. Thanks again for being part of this. I hope you all enjoy participating in and watching the second best competition. Thanks very much. Enjoy.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Luke. I will now like to introduce our judges for this competition. So our first first off is Kuntap Jirayut Sapsi Sopa, the co-founder and group CEO of Bit Cup Capital Group Holdings Co. Next, Dr. Gandhi Vilpairot, the Chief Advisor of Future Tales Lab. Next is Kun Pitun Saison Pitak, the Senior Business Development Executive of True Innovation Center. And Kun Sally Lee Gai Tabin, an Innovation Counselor from the National Innovation Agency. And lastly, Mr. Ian Lo Jianliang, the co-founder and incubator Levitation of Reactor Schools, Singapore. We would also like to thank the wonderful people, sponsors, and companies that have supported this competition and our best events. So thank you to Mr. Pawutpom Pongwitayat Panu from Talat.com, Ms. Sanity Lopez from Cato Pacific Company Limited for baby and children's products, Mr. Takrit Sutira Witayatwanik from Make and Grow Company Limited for Strike Coffee, Dr. Rampa Linpiawan from Rampada International Clinic, Mr. Kasemsin Kanchanat Chayapum from Mahatak Development for the JBL products, and Mr. Tanit Wihaha Pilom from Middle Path Company Limited for Coffee Opod. Okay, right now, we would also like to introduce Mai, who was also a past participant in the prior and first competition. She's now the ISB representative for the best team, and she has been a big part in helping the second competition.
Hi. I just like to say that the teams this year have been creative, daring, and intelligent with their decisions and ideas for their venture. In the ISB Business Camp, all the teams were able to present fluently, answer the questions with strong conviction, supporting their ideas, and learn from the judges' advice. I'm extremely proud of all the teams, and I'm certain that there will be great reward for all the effort and time they put into brainstorming, learning, preparing, and executing. With these presentations, the teams are each limited to 7 minutes. There will be a short bell when only a minute is left, and a long bell when the 7 minutes are up for the team to completely wrap up. With this, I would now like to introduce the first team, Leche.
A quick introduction of Leche is an app. Maybe Mai, you can introduce more.
Leche is an app which strives to bring convenience to the grocery shopping industry by allowing customers to scan food products and give a reminder a few days before the groceries expire. Aside from this, the app also gives recipe ideas, recommended alternative uses for products, and presents discounted items from the grocery stores. Leche's goal is to reduce the food waste problem all over the world while also bringing convenience and automation by making a practical product for users.
Mai, could you also help add the people in Leche? Yeah, and can you guys start up with your presentation sharing?
Also, please unmute yourself.
Okay, is everyone in your group here? You guys can start.
Where's Jihoon says that you guys are not accepting him in the call.
Okay. Is his name Jihoon?
Yes.
Okay, I don't see a Jihoon. Could we ask him to rejoin? Because I don't see a Jihoon. Sorry for the short wait. Is it possible if you guys just put up the slides first? Yeah, Can you share that first? Because we really don't see him. Yeah. Okay, Jihoon has joined, so you guys can go ahead and start. The facilitators will be timing your presentation. When it's 1 minute, you'll hear a short bell. When it's 7 minutes, it'll be a long bell, and you guys will be cut off.
I'm sorry, but is Mai gonna give us our briefs?
She already did.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, you guys can go ahead and start right now.
Have you ever had to throw away a food item simply due to the fact that you couldn't remember when it was going to expire or that it was even there? Food waste is one of the biggest environmental problems on the planet right now. According to sustain.peta.org, 64 million tons of 27 million tons of Thailand's municipal waste is made up of food waste. Not only is this an expensive waste, but it's extremely harmful to the environment. Furthermore, the food waste itself creates excess CO2 emissions, which accelerates global climate change, and it is a significant source of methane. Our solution is an app that reminds users when their food will expire. When users are notified about the expiration of their food products ahead, they will take action. Whether that means they will use it to serve environmental purposes, perhaps they'll consume it themselves, or use it as an ingredient, or simply donating it. This is a product prototype video of our app.
So our target audience are office workers in urban cities. So a survey was sent to 170 workers in Bangkok, and from the results, it was apparent that almost all of them either checked the date or used memorization to recognize the expiry date of their food. Yet 74% claim that their food expires before consumption at least once a month. It seems plausible that they could be too busy focusing with work and hence not have enough time to organize their food. Also, since most of them aren't married yet, there might be no one else to check the expiry date for them. Towards the end of the survey, the workers were asked if they were willing to use and pay for the proposed solution. 67% thought that our application was useful and were willing to use it, and 31% thought that agreed to pay for premium features.
And in another survey we conducted amongst 500 people within the target audience group, outlining opinions of the app, it demonstrated that 73% were highly interested and will likely use the app. Some said that it's convenient and had unique features, and that it is an extravagant app for decreasing food waste. However, a majority of 86% of our interviewers commented on our manual way of recording the expiry dates on our app. They thought that they wouldn't necessarily spend time typing the dates manually. So with those feedback, we added a timestamp barcode scanner and made scroll bars to insert the date and cameras to distinguish its location and product more comfortably.
Our business model is primarily comprised of two ways to generate revenue, which is advertisements and a premium version. Advertisements are going to be inputted as horizontal banners on the app page through Google AdMob, and the premium version will be a one-time payment of $299 with a 30-day free trial period. And the upgrade from the free version will eliminate ads, have household sharing, and there will be more features will be listed in the previous slides and the next slides. Our market size was calculated with respect to the working class with mobile phones. And in our total available market, we calculated from in a worldwide perspective, meaning that we took the percentage of the working class in the entire world, and also the mobile penetration rate. The same logic was applied for Thailand, Bangkok, Nonthaburi, and Chiang Mai. The reason we chose these three cities in Thailand is because they're the most urbanized cities in Thailand, meaning that they are less likely to be focused on agricultural works, meaning that they will have a higher chance of going to the supermarkets themselves.
This graph analyzes our competition with respect to practicality and affordability. And although most competitors are free, they lack practical features. And in the more practical apps, they charge an unreasonable amount of money, such as Beep, the B logo in the bottom right-hand corner, which charges 299 baht per month, whereas we charge a small $2.99 one-time payment. Some additional features are that even though we have similar features such as barcode scanning, a prominent way that we distinguish ourselves is that we have implemented machine learning software, which enhances the automation and convenience of scanning and categorizing the items. More specifically, this technology automatically recognizes the expiration date and categorizes all of them, making it a convenient process. Not only have we improved on the barcode scanning feature, but we've also added other additional features to improve the practicality of the app. For example, food discounts, which shows the recommended discounted items from stores, which gives more incentives for users to use our app, not only for convenience purposes, but to be able to save money with our app. The app also gives nutrition facts and calorie counts for each item, recommended alternative uses for expired items, and recommended food recipes based on the items in your list.
Now, here are some strategies we have to acquire a mass audience. The first plan is to collaborate with local grocery stores or restaurants. In this partnership, we are planning to advertise our app through banners at these stores, and in return, we provide our users with a QR code for product discounts. In that way, more people will use our app while we help these stores sell their product through our platform. Currently, we have discussed with some local stores who are willing to agree with the partnership as soon as the app is published. Our next plan is to promote our app through large events, including TechSource Global Summit or Thailand Health, Fitness, and Wellness Expo. Here, we will draw the attentions of customers within the same industries who are interested to purchase our app. Another strategy is to sponsor social media influencers to promote our app through their platform. Right now, we have to reach out to several YouTubers that create lifestyle type content who are willing to advertise the app towards their subscribers. By doing this, we will be able to expand our business into the global market.
This graph shows a five-year prediction of our app. And the graph was calculated from the market research, which we found that 30% of the users would generally use the premium version, whereas the other 70% of the users would not use the premium version, which means that we would be making money from advertisements. And the total net income after 5 years is $5,200,1,959. This is our team. Thank you for listening.
Okay,
Hey, good job.
okay, judges, you can now start the Q&A.
Maybe I will just go first then. Yeah, great presentation. I like it that you guys are very in-depth and has a prototype to show as well. I don't think this is an entirely new idea. I have seen it before, and obviously in your competitor analysis, you do have other competitors there as well. But one of the, I think it's more of a comment than a comment and a suggestion than a question. But I think one of the more interesting business models that I've seen so far is that potentially you already know what your users are buying and when the expiry dates are, to help them to schedule a grocery run. So my milk is this brand that I use and it's expiring soon. To work with a grocery partnership, a grocery delivery company to deliver to the customer or the user even before they need it, and you monetize from there. That is an interesting model that you can look into. I think the data itself will be very interesting and very useful. And if it comes to such an extent that you don't even need to charge the users for it, your adoption might be higher for you to be able to, I guess, cross-sell other services. But I think in general, it's a really good presentation. So thank you guys. Well done. Nobody clapped for you, so I'll clap for you.
Thank you.
Okay.
May I?
Hello. Hi, this is Gandhi. Well, great job, by the way. I'm a mom. I can really use these apps, help manage my refrigerator. But can you share with us a bit, how would you quantify the social impact? I remember that you mentioned the reduce or reduction of the food waste. By using these apps, how can we quantify that social impact?
I'm sorry. Can you please repeat the question? There was
Sure.
sorry.
Okay, it's sketchy, yeah. Well, I see that you quantify the revenues, the money that you're going to make. But I'm more interested in the social impact, the way that you make the environment better, reduce the food waste. Can you give me some estimates? How would you help in that sense of the environment issue?
Okay. Well, I think that an approximate way we can, I guess, see the social impact is to follow up with the organization which calculated the amount of food waste in Thailand in the first place. And once we're able to see that, and let's say this app runs for another year or two, we can see and we can check in with them again, see how much the food waste has decreased itself, and perhaps that's how we can see the social impact.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so maybe I go next. Actually, I have two questions. In your opinion, about food waste, what is actually happening that people buying food and they let the food waste before they be able to eat? What in your opinion, what is actually the problem here?
Well, I guess generally the problem is that people are too lazy, or either they forget to check the expiration dates of their food. Obviously, this will lead to people where they don't realize their food expired, and the next time they check, it's already too late and it's expired, which obviously contributes to food waste.
Okay. So my second question is, in your opinion, what is your biggest cost to operate your business?
I'm sorry, can you please repeat the question?
What is your biggest cost to operate your business?
So the website we use to create our app is called Buildfire, and it basically requires us to an annual payment to edit the application and publish it onto the App Store and the Play Store.
Okay, so I should go next. I have a couple questions which related. So the first one is, so can you mention us who is your first customer? And the second, how will you gonna change the behavior of the people that haven't been checking the expiring date of the food before? Two questions. Who is your first customer? The second is, how will you change the behavior of the people that you want the money from them?
For the first customer, I would have to ask Mr. Chaiprasid, because he's in charge of that. But I guess the way how we're going to change the behavior of the people is that, because generally the main focus of our app is also social impact, but it's also convenience. And if we can bring those two together by bringing convenience plus social impact, I guess that is quite the incentive for people to kind of use our app and also create a social impact itself.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything you should clarify?
A bit, okay. So then who is your first customer?
So
yeah. Okay, you can go.
So our first customer, as mentioned in the validation slide, Mr. Chaiprasid has lots of workers in his company, and so we interviewed about approximately 500 of the workers in Thailand. So they use the app first.
All right. Okay, thank you.
Okay, let me go next. I think the problem that you guys are solving is great, food waste. But from my personal experience, I think people would pay if you save them time. That's really the market thesis. So instead of just doing the food reminder, expiration reminder, I would say you should add the delivery aspect or the renew, the auto renew feature. Say if for things like I have things like a shaver that I have to buy every month. You should do this auto renew function where it auto deliver to the address of the customers every month, or socks or shaver, toothpaste, not just to reminder the customers of their food, the expired date. If you look at the other successful companies, either Grab or Happy Fresh or Amazon Go, say if you look at all the department stores, they are shutting down, right? But they got the market thesis wrong. People actually want to touch the food and the egg, the vegetables, but they don't want to stand in line waiting for to pay for those products. It's time consuming. So Amazon Go created this technology where people can go and grab their sandwiches within 13 seconds to save people's time. And it's the only department store that is growing fast right now in the United States. It saves people time. Same with Grab or Happy Fresh. So I think instead of just having me to input the timestamp myself on the app, which is a waste of time personally for me, I would rather use this app where you deliver me toothpaste, shaver, food products every month together with the expiry date. And also if you could add, say, blockchain feature that you can trace the quality of the products, because it also, this app would give me time, right? Extra time plus quality products. I saw you show some health metrics like calorie, right? But how would you differentiate yourself to Grab or Happy Fresh or Lyman? Is that your app should also be able to trace back from farm to table if this product or this milk that I'm about to consume is of good quality, or this egg really comes from a factory that allows chicken to exercise every lunchtime, to differentiate that I am getting the best product here, and I don't need to to keep buying the same product every month. It auto deliver to my house. I think that would differentiate yourself. So another market thesis you might want to explore is how do you save people's time? People will pay for your app if you can save them time. But the phone penetration metrics is correct. Thailand is a mobile-driven economy. On average, we have 1.4 phones. The internet penetration is great. You just need to refine the business model a bit. Because if you're going to charge $2, as a lifetime subscription base, and you are going to earn, say, $5 million in 5 years, I don't think that's the metrics that you can reach by this current business model. You might need to add extra feature to that, or even let's say if you can reach $5 million in 5 years, say a P of 10, right? Investors would give your company a valuation of $52 million. And if you divide it by the number of users, say users of this kind would maybe be valued at $100 per user. You have to have at least 500,000 users in your app. Is that your market size? For Facebook, it's a premium users, right? Repetitive users. The market value per user is $257 per Facebook user. That's how much the investor is giving Facebook its valuation. But for your app, the user is not as premium, right? So maybe say $100 per user, you have to reach at least $500,000, users, right? At this $52 million valuation in 5 years, which is quite slow. So I would say you should add more features. Another features I think you could add is the to round up the small decimal points. Say if I buy an egg or milk, it's $2.50. I can round up to $3, and this 50 cents, it would auto invest in stocks or saving for customers to round up the small.
Oh, unfortunately, Q&A time is up. We need to move on schedule.
Thank you, judges and viewers. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank
Have a good
you.
day. Thank you.
Okay, so it's my turn now. Great presentation from Liche. I love to eat food, so knowing that Liche can help me organize and remind me is great. But before I get too hungry, I'm going to be introducing the next team, which is Bettering. Bettering is a tutoring website created for Thai students, mostly in public school and in the less privileged. So we'll have them in to pitch to you soon. Okay, Summer, can you bring them in?
Hello.
Okay, you guys can start whenever you want. Wait.
We're missing.
They need to start now. Yeah. Just please pull up your slide.
Pooh, can you let Patch in?
Patch? Okay.
Hey, Paul, can you also get my iPad in?
Okay. Okay.
Should we start?
Time
Matt
is,
was
is already, yeah.
Yeah.
Just guys, go right away. He's already timing. Yeah.
So, hi, we are Bettering, and our slogan is to improve lives and learn to thrive. So here are my teammates, Memo, Patch, Brian, and myself, Jihyo.
So a bit about Bettering is we want a higher quality future for those we can provide for, and we want to expand opportunities to underprivileged kids and also provide reliable resources for privileged kids as well. We want to benefit the Thai education system and start small from home, and we want to take these students to another level.
And so obviously there's a problem. And as we all know, it's the global pandemic right now known as COVID-19. And because of this, the Ministry of Education has forced the closure of all schools, including international and public. And well, because of this closure, it has exposed many gaps in Thailand's educational system and the problems that they're facing in public schools. For example, unlike us international school students, we are more fortunate because we are able to continue our learning online, unlike those public Thai schools where they have forced to close and put their teaching on pause. And though some argue that they might continue teaching on television, we will still further elaborate on why that's not the best solution. So firstly, starting off, PISA is the OECD's program for international student assessment, which measures the 15 years old's ability to use their reading, mathematics, and science knowledge and skills in real life situations. And in PISA, Thailand is marked 66th out of 79 countries, which is a low score. So this all comes from the teaching not being up to the standard. And during COVID-19, there were complaints from Thai students about the online learning not being that helpful. Thai students who go to public schools learn from TV programs that the government assigns per grade. And this is a problem because families with more than one children need more televisions for all of their children to watch the online learning. But because they aren't that wealthy, they can't afford it.
which makes many students not being able to learn.
So now you can see our solution is Bettering, which is a website for all. And our purpose is to create a platform where students are able to access reliable sources to learn and thrive. And here will be a prototype of our website. So first out, we're starting with the login page, which will have information about school, grade, name, address, basically private information. And we will need that. And I'll talk more about that later on. Now we have videos, which Jiho mentions that it was a compulsory video for students in public schools to watch, but it's not enough. So we will link those videos up in our website as well. This is, of course, example videos, not the real videos. Now we have practice questions for those who want to focus on the standardized tests for the TCAS system in Thailand. So there will be challenge questions and past papers. So you click into the challenge questions, you can see the tests and information like about the test. So you can click in there and there will be practice questions with answers. Now moving on to the next thing, there will be a brief information about Bettering and a website and also community. This will be a web board like Reddit where you can share questions and answers through this platform. And like I mentioned before, there will be information about school, and that's where the regulation comes in case any inappropriate information is shared on this web board so that we can tell the school about their students. And also the highlight is book donations. This will be a platform where people with privilege and unprivileged will be able to meet in the middle. Those who have books will be able to donate to those who don't have books. And this will be like a registration where you can donate books. And also lastly, there will be reminders for important dates and schedules. So over here, upcoming test rounds, when to enroll for GATPAT, when to enroll for 9 common subjects, and the test dates. And also a contact where people can donate or ask questions.
Oh yeah, and about the money wise, since we plan on helping out underprivileged Thai students, we will offer the chance for them to be able to donate us. But obviously, like I mentioned, we're helping out underprivileged, and if some of them are struggling and they aren't able to donate, it's not like we are forcing them to. And if this website becomes like a success, a lot of people use it, then we can install like a subscription system, kind of like Patreon, how we can subscribe monthly. And obviously people who subscribe will get kind of like premium membership, get more perks and rewards. For example, like more information, like in-depth explanation on answers to like in the challenge practice and tests, and also like information about projects and stuff you're gonna need to be doing in school. And well, since we are also like a tutoring platform, we plan on allowing other tutors to like advertise their notes, their books, and like their way of teaching. And then by using the money we receive, we obviously just use it to improve the quality of our website and like provide more resources.
So our target market is firstly Thai public schools, starting off small within Bangkok. And we're targeting teenagers from ages from around 15 to 19. And we target people who are mostly underprivileged, but the privileged students also can benefit from our website.
So why are we unique? First of all, one of the highlights that Memo have mentioned in our prototype is book donation, where there are 2 different people in our society, the privileged and the underprivileged, where we will provide a middle ground where the privileged will be able to donate their books to the underprivileged, where this is not only to reuse books, but it also reduces waste and decreases deforestation and save the environment. Another thing that we are unique is that we reduce the cost of education, is that COVID-19 greatly impacts the unemployment rates in Thailand. And there are so many unemployed parents who are unable to help their children in education and have to focus in their food and shelter. And we hope we're able to help those who are struggling. And we also one place has it all, is that our platform focus mainly on education alone, and we provide access to all necessary resources through one click. Lastly is that we are long lasting and free. We provide them necessary resources which are free, and even though COVID-19 will pass soon, our platform will be able to benefit many Thai kids through our website.
Time's up. Time's up. Next up is the Q&A.
Okay, so I'm sorry, Dr. Kan, you first?
Yeah. You go ahead.
Oh, okay, thank you. So my first question is, can you repeat again where is the target area of your platform to launch?
Oh, our target area is like mainly Thai public schools, like around the age of 15 to 19, and students that are underprivileged.
Students that underprivileged, right?
Yeah.
But I think I heard in your presentation that you say that you plan to start by launching in Bangkok first, right?
Yeah.
How would it attack the unprivileged area?
We're focusing on underprivileged students. That means that students who go to Thai schools and are not in international schools like us, they struggle to get the information they need because of this pandemic. So we're focusing on those students who have nowhere to like get information for their upcoming ONIT, which is really important for their senior year. And they really need information about GET-PAT or 9 common subject tests in order to get into university.
Okay, I see. So I will move to my second question is, let's just say that you will launch your platform into the unprivileged area, but what will happen if that area doesn't have the internet connectivity in that area?
Okay, so we have like ideas about launching to those game centers around Bangkok, where kids go play games. We feel like that can be a perfect place where people can access our website, and yeah, they will have internet connection there.
Okay, thank you, Khap. Maybe next question.
Yeah. Who's actually pay you for this service?
Could you repeat that question, please?
Who pay you for this service? I mean, is this the students or is this donation platforms? I mean, I get totally confused in between, but I really admire your passion.
Oh, I mean, like we said, you want to answer that, Memo?
Okay, sure. There's like donations. So our website is for both underprivileged and privileged. Both can benefit. So we have like the patron, which is the membership, premium membership, where we will launch after like a year or so, where kids with privilege will be able to pay us for membership, and also advertisements where tutors or people who want to sell books or sell notes can come and sell, which we will of course charge free if they want to advertise on our website.
Okay.
All right, refer from the first two questions as well. So I saw that your main target, the first one is to the public school, 400, if I'm not wrong, and the second will be the kids. So, okay, seems similar to Dr. Kandi's question. Yes, so you're gonna say that the main money that you're gonna have is donation, is that correct?
Not entirely. It's not like donations only. We're going for also like advertisement, which is like the most common way where websites can get their income from.
All right. Okay. So one question that I don't need the answer right now is, so what is the most pain point that you found from this passion that you want to build a website for people? I just wonder whether you crack on the right pain point and have the right solution to solve it, and you can make the money to that. I'm not pretty sure. So can you give me the pain point that is the huge pain point that you got, to create this solution?
So like the pain point is that because of COVID-19, obviously there are a lot of like inconveniences, especially with school. Like learning online isn't the same as learning in class.
All
But
right,
for
and
us,
sorry for interrupt because I know the time is quite late. So,
yeah.
well, so will these tools will gonna be attack the professor? I mean the teachers or the kids?
The kids.
The kids, but the first main target you said you're gonna publish, you're gonna sell to the school.
I mean, it's obviously like to like we go to like specific school because like obviously they don't teach all the same thing. So
So
that
you go to the teachers?
So basically, we're elaborating that there are over 400 public schools in Thailand, which means that we will have a large target market because there will be many students in those 400 public schools in Thailand.
So you're gonna attack students, not
Yes.
teachers?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
I have a few suggestions. I think this edtech is here to stay for sure, especially after COVID. It's definitely the trend. But you guys should be a mobile-driven company, should not be a web-based, because mobile phone penetration is high in Thailand, and phone cost is going to be significantly lower, a lot lower in the near future. It's going to change the way people get access to education. But a quick idea would be, there are a lot of people that are retired, already retired in the English-speaking country, aging economy, right? And the issue is with all people in those countries is that they get bored. They have no one to talk to, staying at home, right? Why don't you match, those European, English-speaking, people that are already retired with students who want to practice English, right? It's a win-win situation because people at home already retired have someone to talk to every day, so they don't get bored. Students also get access to free education, like free English classes from native speakers, even better than local Thai teachers here. Right? You get direct access to English-speaking native speakers, and you should not maybe think about the business model again. Subscription-based, it would take you a long time to grow this platform. You should design the economics so that it fully incentivizes everyone to join your network and grow this organically. So, those that come and teach can also get paid from doing so. And those that come to learn will have to pay a small fee. And you're acting as a intermediary platform to match between the teacher and the students. Then maybe many people would be fully incentivized to create a part-time job to earn extra income here. And maybe some people in the English-speaking country might even pay to use this platform because they are bored, right? They don't have anyone to talk to teach for free, even to Asian students. Facebook already invested like almost 200 million in an Indian startup, An Academy. So I think you should learn from their business model. Like, it's one of the most successful edtech startup in the Asian countries. Just a quick points from me here.
All right, time's up. Good job, guys. It's great how they're helping out education here in Thailand. Up next, Aspace, an app that is a social platform that is dedicated to bring people even closer by using augmented reality to make it very immersive. This new social media platform will consist of games such as Monopoly, which can only be played in person, along with card games and more. Each users will also have an avatar in which they can customize. This platform can be also used for basic socializing, such as conversations and texting. We hope our app will create a platform for people to connect more deeply through different activities available.
A-Space, can you please put up your presentation and start? Yeah, you can share we already said your introduction, so could you please share your screen and start?
Okay. A-Space, conquer reality. I'm Joshua, the CEO of A-Space.
I'm Shiva, the Chief Marketing Officer.
And I'm Om, the Chief Design Officer.
This is our presentation overview. Our vision is to be the leading augmented reality gaming and social platform. And our mission is to create a gaming and social platform that is more immersive and realistic like nothing before. And our values. We care and believe in creating a user-friendly app, which can help connect people globally at a deeper level.
Now for our problems. We noticed that there's a market gap for online gaming as well as AR gaming platforms. Although there are gaming platforms out there like Steam, however, they do not provide AR games that you can play on your phone. Additionally, a lot of AR games out there do not offer a social platform where users can play online with their friends and socialize as well.
Our app will feature a platform where people can meet through augmented reality and play numerous board games. Our business model. Our revenue streams will be mostly from advertisement. We'll be selling spots for advertisement where a big portion of our revenue will be made. In-game purchases. People will be able to purchase products from the game to make their games more unique, special, and customized. Our cost structure will mostly consist of service, maintenance of apps such as Apple developer or Google developer fees, business costs such as meeting spaces and equipment for development, and so on. Our customer segments are users, which is our game users, independent developers outside of our team that can also find bugs and also develop their own game. We'll try and form partnerships with enterprises and schools so that they'll use our services for their employees or for their students. Our channels are mobile apps and AR glasses software. Our key resources are intellectual resources, financial resources, Swift and Atom, which is something we'll be using to develop our app. Our key activities are platform development, marketing, financial management. And our value propositions are staying connected, experiencing real-life games through AR, and customization of games and environments.
And now let's move on to timing. The timing for our app is also quite precise. Firstly, because of the many stay-at-home campaigns from COVID-19, there's been an immense pressure on the online activities. Additionally, there's been a surge in AR popularity, mainly because of the big advances made by major companies such as Apple, Google, and Microsoft in the AR technology field. Our competitive advantages of our app over indirect competitors and direct competitors is that we offer numerous board games such as Monopoly and various card games, and immersive augmented reality gameplay, an easy-to-use user interface which can be used by almost anyone, and a social aspect to a game where people can play online as well as with their friends.
Let's have a look at our app user interface as well as our app user experience. So first you'll open an app and they'll lead to a login or a sign up page. Once this process is complete, it will lead to the home page. Now, when you complete this process, when you open the app, it will lead straight to the home page. When you swipe right, it'll go to account where you can edit all your account information as well as edit your avatar, which will show up in your AR space room. When you swipe left 2 times, it will lead to your contacts where you can find recommended friends, add friends, and see your list of friends. Then you can swipe back and it will lead to the home page. You click the button enter, select friends you want to invite, and click enter again. Now you're in. Now you just select the options and the game's shown. When you click the icons, drop-down options like this will show. You can select the games and have fun.
Now for pricing and profits. Firstly, our game will be free to download on the App Store and Play Store. With this, there will be pop-up advertisements and limited access to certain games. However, if a customer subscribes to our premium version, they will have access to many more games and there will be no pop-up advertisements. Now our overall profits will come from advertisements premium users and through partnerships with enterprises such as schools and other companies. After the first year, we expect a monthly growth of 200% of users, which will also increase our annual sales. Now for our marketing strategy. Our target market will essentially be for all ages, but we are appealing more towards teen adults. Firstly, we will market our app on social media. We will place our advertisements on popular social media sites such as Instagram and Snapchat, as this is where teens and young adults are most active on. Secondly, we will use a word by mouth. This will require no money and has a high chance of attracting many more customers.
And now let's move on to our use of funds. Our use of funds would be for app development, such as for adding new features and adding new games. We can also use some of the funds for enhanced AR experience for our customers. Also, we can use some of the money for our design pattern for our app. And we can also use some of the funds for personnel development, such as we can ask advice to a software engineer so that we can make our app better for our users. And we can use some of the money for our business costs, such as for meetings and partnerships with other game developers.
Now for timeline and customers. Firstly, when is your app releasing? We are currently doing market research to improve our UI design. Once we are done, we hope to start creating the app that will take an estimate of 5 months. During this time, we'll be building up hype, spreading the word, and release teasers for a small launch event that we will host. And this will be very good for the marketing of our app. Now for potential customers, we did a survey of people who are interested in our app, and we gathered 174 responses. 0.6% said no, and 99.4% said yes.
Space. Conquer reality.
Conquer reality.
Thank you guys. I think that was interesting concept and idea. I think one question that I had was with regards to your last slide with your validation. You asked if people are gonna use A Space when it's launched. Do you do any other survey questions? Because that's a very skewed question to ask. Yeah. For your validation.
We primarily ask only this question.
Yeah, no, it's just for your validation. Like, do you validate your space enough? Like, are users really wanting to use like certain features, or what is it that they will pay for, or like what would they use?
I think it's mainly because we're offering a lot of board games, like especially during the time of like quarantine and other situations that may come. It's very difficult for people to interact and meet with other people and play games like board games like Monopoly or card games, which requires physical interaction. So we're going to be using AR technology to bring this to mobile devices such as iPads or iPhones. So people will be able to use our services, and it can be for families that are living in different countries. So it's just a way for people to connect more.
For my comments, I think you guys are in the right industry, the gaming, because if you were to combine the music industry and the movies industry together combined, they are still smaller than the gaming industry today. So it's a huge market, right? And also VR, AR technology is the future for sure, right? It's going to be the next generation platform that changes the way we interact with each other. But to be honest, the AR VR technology is not as market ready yet, right? Oculus is not that ready for the timing. Is not right. So you're under the second classification of startup. The way you need to do your fundraising, you need to make sure that your runway is longer than a traditional startup, because you're building an iPhone when no one knows what an iPhone is. You're in the second type of startup, not in the market ready type. So the average fundraising round for you have to make sure that you have a longer, much longer runway than other traditional startup. And also you need to think about your business model again. I don't think people will be paying the premium version just not to watch the advertising, but rather you should monetize from the advertisers. because you're gonna have a lot of eyeballs for your games. And you should not do Monopoly, AR, VR technology. You can do a much more advanced game than just a board game or a Monopoly game, right? You should create a new, generation of gaming, new experience altogether. So you're gonna get a lot of eyeballs for your game because the industry is huge. You should be monetizing from the advertisers. So how about this business model to think about, right? Say, for example, if I am the owner of Nike, right? I sell shoes, and I'm gonna pay you 1 million baht to have my advertisement on your game, and you need to make sure that I have at least 1 million eyeball on my ads. So what if you take that 1 million baht, right? And you say for those 1 million, first 1 million viewer, you get 500K in payments. For the first time in human history that you're watching advertisement and you're getting paid for watching advertisement, right? So you're doing the arbitrage here. Nike pays you 1 million baht, right? You're giving out to your viewers 500K. Then the difference is your profit to the company, right? It's a win-win-win situation. Users get paid to watch the ads, monetary value, right? Advertisers get 1 million view guaranteed, 1 million eyeball, and you also get 500K as a profit. That's a much better way. And instead of trying to grow your platform on social media, on different platform, when you're paying users to watch ads, they will come to you, right? They will come and download your app for free because they're getting paid from doing so. I think it's a much better way for marketing. Or you can push AR, VR technology beyond just the virtual world, right? AR, say for example, restaurants. Every restaurant is earning around 200% profit margin right now. Say if you partner with restaurants in Thailand and say you go and collect this avatar or this egg in this specific restaurant, you're driving traffic to the restaurant, and you can exchange this avatar or this egg in monetary value. Restaurant would pay you 30% just to drive the traffic into their restaurant because they are earning 200% profit, right? So you can use the money that restaurant pays you to pay for your users to go to this specific restaurant to collect these game items that they can also monetize in real money. Restaurant, they would be happy to pay 30% because they're earning 200% profit for driving traffic into their restaurant. So I think there are more ways that you can monetize than just using the premium subscription, ad-free version. And a quick comment on the pitch deck. By the way, you should not start with the team page, right? Team page should be right at the end. You should start with problems. Right? You need to maybe restructure your presentation again. And with the team page, you should not just say name, surname. You should say why this is the right team, right? Tell us about your background, why this is the right team to make this idea happen. Just a quick few comments on my end.
I have a quick one to follow on top. I understand the time probably is running out. I think we should start at the pain point. I understand the game industry is actually one of the fast growing industry nowadays and don't really correlate with the current economy situations, which is a good news. There are a whole lot of ways that we can create the revenues and at the same time create the impact in the real world. So if I can hear this presentation once again, I would I would love to hear how these AR games actually create the social positive impact out of this crisis of situations, something like that you can close up or solve the pain point of the current scenarios. Well, great job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, speaking about the future and our new reality, next off is Trashify, a great new invention for the future of our trash. Trashify is a company dedicated to reducing global plastic waste. Our product will automatically sort garbage into different recyclability categories and eliminate the tedious process of separating trash to encourage more recycling.
Hi everyone, we're Trashify and we are a startup dedicated to reducing household plastic waste through recycling and reusing. And at Trashify, our goal is to stop this from happening. And to do this, we plan to invent an easy and convenient system to separate garbage. And our mission is going to be to make garbage separation and recycling a standard in every household.
The world produces nearly 2 billion tons of waste annually. Additionally, over 1 million tons of garbage is dumped into oceans in Thailand, 15% of which is non-biodegradable plastic waste. Plastic is everywhere in our lives, from plastic bottles to plastic bags to plastic food packaging. Lots of plastic also means lots of waste. What we throw away in the oceans eventually come full circle in the form of microplastics.
Wait, Summer, what just happened?
You guys can reshare your screen. Yeah.
Should we start off where we left off or at the beginning?
Where you guys left off.
Okay.
That is my part.
Yeah, okay, just carry on, Vaughn.
Plastic is everywhere in our lives, from plastic bottles to plastic bags to plastic food packaging. Lots of plastic also means lots of waste. What we throw away into oceans eventually come full circle in forms of microplastics, which are tiny pieces of plastic which are ingested by fish and other sea creatures, which we eventually consume for our pleasure.
Garbage separation and recycling is not yet widespread in the household because of the inconvenience of it. Therefore, lots of non-biodegradable waste end up in landfills or the ocean. This means that harmful plastic can damage ecosystem, marine life, and also contribute to global warming, which will eventually kill us and the earth if we don't do anything about it. We have decided that the way to stop this is to invent a product which will separate garbage and can be customized to each user's need, which with Trashify, separating garbage no longer seems like a chore.
Using that idea, we came up with this. To the right is an early sketch of a prototype. The user can easily dump their waste into the feed at the top, and from there, the device will automatically recognize the type of garbage and sort them into the different categories provided. Afterward, the user can easily pull out the cabinets and all the garbage will be there separated and ready to be recycled. This product is modular and can be customized to store more or less types of garbage. Instead of having to sort through every single piece of garbage and learn the different categories of recycling, which we know that most people do not have the time to do, Trashify does it for you. From our sketches, we created 3D rendered models of what the product will look like with the different finishes and with the different materials.
From our market survey, we've found out that the reason there isn't widespread separation and recycling of garbage is because of the difficulty and inconvenience to do so. On top of that, people are unwilling to learn to separate the different categories, or just not motivated enough to sort their trash. even with the paramount benefits for the environment. Some feedback we received regarding the categorization of garbage and difficulty in sorting them. Others said that they would separate garbage if it wasn't so hard and inconvenient. And after we made our first prototype, we ventured out to interview again to get opinions. Our interviewee explained that the design doesn't really fit in a home and looks sort of out of place.
After receiving feedback from a market survey, we decided to make some changes to our product. And major improvements include using barcode scanners inside the trash chute to automatically recognize garbage and sort them into different categories, such as plastic or aluminum cans. And in the case that a barcode system fails, a camera can also provide software image recognition to sort waste. We've also redesigned the look of our product to fit better into a home and blend in with furniture. The product will also be available in different trims, such as this, and customers will also be able to select different trims to fit into their style or even add personalized customizations for an added cost. For example, some customers may opt to have a compost bin, which can turn waste into fertilizer, or an aluminum bin for cans, which can be sold to waste management facilities. The product will also be fitted with a Trashify app, which tracks your waste and gives you real-time analytics on your most common waste category. For example, it can even tell you what types of products you are buying at the grocery store based on the store packaging and how you could save money or buy healthier alternatives. Customers can also view the storage capacity and call for a garbage collection service from organizations, which will make sure your garbage stays separated and does not end up in landfills.
So this brings us to the pricing. With the new design, it is expected that each unit will cost around $540 to manufacture and can increase with different trims and materials as customized by the customer. We have decided to sell the base unit at $699. So this will put our profits per unit at around just 20%. We will also be able to make money from other services.
Our business model is simple. Customers can either visit storefronts or distributors to buy pre-built products with all the base features. These will be cheaper since they are mass produced, but customers will also be able to order customized versions online with different added features. Other customers, say larger households or the industrial sector who need a product that is more tailored to their needs or a larger scale product, can consult us and we'll design a solution for them. In the end, they'll be charged the design and construction fees.
So this is the team behind Trashify who are committed to reducing household waste.
Now, you may be thinking that $699 is a steep price to pay for what is essentially just a trash can, but think of this as an investment. The global warming crisis is getting worse every day, and whether you like it or not, everyone will have to start separating garbage one day. And having Trashify is like having a companion through that journey that can help you save time and save the earth at the same time. Are you busy at work all day and don't have any spare time to do anything, let alone separate garbage? Let us handle that for you. Want to know how you can reduce your waste output? Let us handle that for you. And with Trashify, you're not just buying a trash can, you're buying time. You're buying your future back. You're buying an ease of mind knowing that you're doing something to help. Invest in us and you'll be investing in the earth. Thank you.
Okay, good job.
Thank
Q&A,
you.
7 minutes. I will warn you guys when you guys have 2 more minutes left.
Well, finally, we have the business that's not the mobile app. Thank you very much. Really like your passion. I think this is very important. But the quick comments, maybe you can add on for future developments of your business. This could be, this not just a trash can, I agree. But you can also build the incentive for people to use this, hook it up or partner with the game industries, also the food industries and all that. Make it larger and for people to utilize it, to adopt it. But I have a quick question though. I understand you discussed about the prices seem to be pretty steep and like $700 approx. What kinds of customers, what are the primary customer segment that you're looking at? Is it the home use or the office scales or the condominium? What exactly is your primary target that you'd like to, to get them hooked to your products?
So our base product is around $699, which is just like the pictures we showed you guys just now. But that is aimed for like households which have around like 4 to 5 people. So they have multiple sources of income, and they could also, like, based on their income, they could probably easily afford it. And it's like a good investment because they spend money once and then they just like don't have to worry about waste.
Yeah, I think that was a really good question from Kani. Kani, yeah, you might want to look at a bigger, wider range of audience because $700 is quite steep. So if you look at organizations or businesses or companies, that would probably be a lot more affordable for them. And I noticed that even not just your team, but many of the other teams are also looking at directly profiting or charging the users. You might be able to look at how you can earn money from them by not charging them for it. Like if you give this free to a household or a business, can you earn from the recyclable materials? That means like just by collection and selling those recyclable materials. That could be different business models that you can look into as well.
Top, are you commenting?
Yes, sorry. Yes, I had the same comment actually. $699. What's the ROI, right? If you can create a machine that pays me for my plastic bottles, then I would definitely buy this machine. I have a lot of secondhand, unused things at home, and a lot of plastic bottles. And you already created the app, right? So why don't you create an Uber for garbage men to come and collect on this road in one go, right? Yeah. To optimize the routes, the travel time, and they can collect different garbages along this route, and the garbage man can pay for your plastic bottles, right? Then it might be easier for you to sell this machine if it pays customers money for their secondhand or unused products. And also the camera and QR code. I'm not sure if you can get the cost low enough, or even if that is a feasible solution. Even the Amazon recognition platform is not as market ready, right? For facial recognition. There are like billions of things that will be thrown into this garbage machine. How are you like certain that this QR code and camera technology is ready to different things?
Okay. So what our idea was that the same idea as like the supermarkets, how they use barcode scanners. So if they're able to scan them and check them out, like the products, and charge you for them, we should also like try to use the same system that can identify the product, such as like a water bottle or like a bottle of Coke. It can also identify that as a plastic bottle and then categorize the waste based on that.
So I cannot put everything in this machine, right? Only certain things that can be read by a QR code. I cannot put in like unused, like shoes, shirt, to resell in the market.
That's what we were thinking of with the camera, because obviously a barcode scanner cannot identify everything. But for example, like if you look through like some shopping apps such as Lazada or AliExpress, they have these camera recognition softwares where you could just basically even like point your camera at a TV remote, and it will look for different products on their databases that have different like sort of similar looks.
Thank you.
Do we still have more time, or is the time up?
You still have 1 more minute.
Okay, so my quick question is actually I do agree with all the judges that if it is possible, maybe you can shift into more B2B focusing, you know, in terms of your customer. But my question is, what will happen if I, you know, as Thai people, most of the time I do things like this. It's like, what would happen if I put the paper in a can and throw this into your prototype? What will happen? Will it be identified as a can or as a paper, or what will it happen?
Obviously that it's gonna identify it as a can because you're basically shoving a piece of paper in a can, but that's just something that like the user has to like be prepared not to like, I guess like try to make it as clear enough for the machine.
Okay, thank you, Kap.
Because I think there's no time, so I just not that comment, just a suggestion, just overview. I mean, just the feedback that I love your design of the trash can. I think it will be the most beautiful trash can I ever seen before. So great job.
Thank you.
All right, time's up.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so I definitely need something like this and would really save me some time and also help to recycle at the same time. And the next is Foodie Co. We are a food personalization platform application that aims to create healthy and tasty, convenient food. Foodie delivers the food to you according to your preference and provides a diverse variety of food choices that are individually created for you.
I'm sure we have all asked, what are we going to eat today? It's even harder to think when we want to eat healthy. Why are there so many challenges? Our market research found out that 99% of Thailand consumers want to eat healthy, but 82% noted that they would eat healthy if the taste remained the same. Many businesses fail to recognize that part because they give more importance to health than taste. Why can't healthy food be food convenient and tasty?
We are a revolutionary online platform that creates personalized and specially designed food to meet all the needs of our valued customers. Healthy, tasty, safe, and convenience are the four main morals we always follow in our company. We are able to bring healthy and tasty meals together with our personalized form in our application, which would help to select meal plans that would not only suit their health, but also their taste.
Our four main features on the application provide food personalization algorithms for each customer to create their own meal plans that suits them, and also a free consultation service with our nutritionists. Along with our services, we're also a marketplace where people can sell healthy food using our Market Plus feature. And sometimes we can't organize our habits, but then with our apps features, the customers get motivated and easily eat healthy food.
Our mission is to revolutionize food market and apply innovative technologies to allow efficient delivery. We aim to design meals that are both healthy and tasty according to your preference. We wish to make eating healthy and organizing your meal an intuitive and a pleasant experience.
Foodie targets middle to upper class workers because we found out that they are the group of people that would actually pay for our healthy products. Our first group is office employees. The reason we targeted them is because they have limited amount of lunchtime and often don't have time to find healthy food. Our second target is condominium dwellers. Most of them don't have proper kitchen to cook or don't have time to access daily healthy food in a convenient way. Our last group, which is our main target, would be people with health risk or health conscious people. This group of people don't often have problems with finding healthy food, not being tasty or not being made according to their taste and health.
Our solution is through our AI technology and our professional employees, designing personalized meals that fits your taste.
Our company values healthy, tasty, and convenient as our principles. We believe that quick delivery service would be a solution to people with limited time. Our application form and nutritionists working alongside with us would offer healthy food that are both tasty and fit all your needs.
Using our application can help you with organizing out your diet and health habits, which can motivate you to eat healthy.
This is our prototype. As you can see here, customer will be able to fill out their personalized form. We have shortened it due to time constraints. Once they finish, our nutritionist and our AI will be able to analyze and send the report. After they see the report, they will be able to access the homepage where they will be able to also track their food.
So firstly, the customer has to download our Foodie application. Then a survey will be shown. Once the survey has been completed, the data is going to be analyzed by the AI, then sent to the headquarters. At the headquarters, nutritionists and chefs are going to analyze the data and create meal plans for the customers. Then the meal plans are going to return back to the customers. Now they can decide if they want to order the meal or not.
If they choose to continue with our service, we would be able to have artificial intelligence to create out schedules and meal plan lists to be sent to the customers. These data would also be sent to the kitchen 3 days beforehand. At the kitchen, the food will be processed, cooked, and distributed. We have designed a system that connects our headquarters located in the picture to our core districts of Bangkok. We would deal with traffic using our Dragonfly drones, which have been designed to be cost-effective and operationalizable. We separate the distribution to two processes, macro distribution and micro distribution. At macro distribution, food will be loaded onto the drones and sent along the BTS routes to the Foodie main station box, where the food will be unloaded.
In the micro distribution, after the drone unloaded the food, our Foodie Robin motorcycle would take the meal box and carry it to Foodie grab and go boxes as shown on the animation. Our customers would receive notification when the meals arrive and they could access the meal anytime. The meal would always be kept in a heated condition to ensure the freshness of the food, and our customers could pick up when they are free. However, if the delivery destination is 1.5 kilometers or less, we would just use our motorcycles.
In order to control the food distribution, we're using a tracing system to recheck all the information and make sure that every process is of high standards.
We believe that Foodie would be able to differentiate and stood out from others with our main principles of healthy, tasty, safe, and convenient. Foodie really valued our customers by allowing them to specially design their own healthy meals. Specialized meal plans would give our customers benefit that they would want from our food, and most importantly, the taste that they would love. Furthermore, we offer high quality food, as you can see from our QC and other processes. With our drones together with our motorcycle service, we would be able to accomplish the definition of truly convenient service and delivery where you couldn't find anywhere else. Lastly, our company allowed really special privilege to our customers with our free consultation service with our professional nutritionists. Foodie are making revenues from three major ways. As you can see from the chart, we are first making our profit from our specialized design food. The second way comes from revenues coming from our drones and motorcycles delivery fees. The third way is through our Foodie market from the product advertisement fees we receive from users who want to advertise their products. Our expenses are broken into two sectors, structural costs and food supply costs. Structural costs include our long-term investment and operational fees. The food supply cost is simply just the ingredients and the cost of ingredients and making the food.
But in the future needs your help in order to make it happen. And together we can transform this world one step at a time.
I'm Om.
I'm Plab.
And I'm Track. We are
the future. We are
Foodie.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, let me go first. I got 2 points to mention. The one compliment and one question. The first compliment, I really have to say that I love your group energy and also the things. I cannot remember the earlier group, but I think your group quite good in come as a team, as shown from your background and also from your consequences in the presenting team, and it just shows that you are well prepared. So I love your team. So then the first question is, how can you stock one customer to live with you that long term?
So our delivery service is a weekly service. So basically, we have a system of known as the debit cloud card. So people would be able to send their money into our system, and they would be able to store money. The money will be automatically cut during each meal. Therefore, when they put more than enough, they would have the urge to be able to use more than meals.
Okay, so how you gonna manage the people in Thai who are in the place that a lot of food in the market, they can select everything every time?
So our healthy service allows for people to be able to have more than other places like Grab. They even have Grab or other places. But as Plop has mentioned, we are different in the part that we give high quality products, not just any products. And we make sure that the food you get would just be tasty and healthy. So we have found that there are many places that might have healthy food or maybe tasty food, but not all. That is the reason why there are still not many in the market right now.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, let me go next. I think I would be the one that enjoy this product if you guys actually launch. For those who don't really have the time but want to eat healthy, I would definitely be your customer if you could create this company. My company is already using this kind of service called Gin Khao. You can search Gin Khao app right in Thailand. They deliver food to my employees every lunchtime. They have their own point system where employees can redeem into different menus. They have 40, 50 menu every lunchtime that employees can select, and they would deliver food to our office every lunchtime, but not healthy. So if you can add this, healthy food and machine learning AI to personalize, menu for customers, that would be good. You should also add blockchain technology to help trace every food items to ensure that whatever that customers are putting in their mouth is of good quality, right? To trace from farm to table. That's another technology I would recommend. But drone, you guys are so futuristic, by the way. Drone is not as ready yet. It's illegal in Thailand. You cannot use drone for delivery as of now. It's illegal. So you might have to find another method to deliver food product to customers. One question here. Revenue, is this per year? And cost?
Yes, this is per year.
You guys are gonna spend 160 million baht per year?
This is not at the same time. We are growing at a constant rate. We're not gonna put the whole money in. We want to grow small and grow up each time, but we calculated that the highest price that we have to pay and the lowest price that we have to pay would be around this range.
That's a really high burn rate, by the way, for a company for the first year in operation. And you're assuming you're profitable right away in the first year. You might need to rethink, because even my company, I only spent like 40 million in the first year, and I'm building something very super technical. You're gonna kind of have a hard time convince investor to invest if you're gonna spend 160 million in 1 year and be profitable right away in the first year.
I think to add on to that, you added a building cost, which is one of the bigger elements. I'm not sure what you mean by building cost. Are you building
It's the cost of our foodie grab and go boxes.
Okay. So it's actually COGS and I guess assets.
Okay, do we still have more time?
You still have 2 more minutes. That's the 2-minute bell warning.
Okay, I only have one question. Let's just say that tomorrow Grab is launching the same business as you did. What would happen with Foodie?
Well, to answer that question, we the first part that we say that a high quality, we think that Grab might not have been very focused on this part. So I think in order for them to start, they would have to also build up the standards of their motorcycle and deliveries as well, because the food must be delivered on time, and healthy food are sometimes like hard to be controlled. And if you use delivery service, that means that you have a massive amount of food that you have to deliver each day. With our system, we are able to constantly check every process and deliver it efficiently. But with the motorcycles, it takes a lot more employees, and that is not really affordable in that case.
But you will use drone and motorcycle at the same time, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
In your consideration, do you think that drone comparing to motorcycle, which one is bigger cost? Comparing the two, I mean drone and the motorcycle, which one is bigger cost for you?
Well,
so I think that drones might cost more, but it could be much more efficient.
Because you don't have to also pay for the gasoline or the fuel.
Yeah.
The drones are better for long distance, but like in the city, like the drones can't like go like short distances. It would just be a waste of time. Then we can just use motorbikes.
And we calculated and we found out that the price of a drone costs 180,000 baht per drone cost. We have calculated with engineers, and we found out that that's the price.
Well, let me jump in here. You guys do drone? Do you play with drones at all? Because of the current technology right now, this can't really go that far, actually, set aside of the law regulation, especially in Thailand. But anyway, I think mentioning drone is to spice up the idea that you're looking at the logistics. I have 3 points to share with you here. You don't have to answer. It's just a comments for you to improve your business further. Number one, I think foodies try to do everything all at once, from calorie tracking, personalizations, deliveries, and everything. Perhaps you're probably gonna you should probably gonna start with something that you're really keen on, and then match up with the partners. So then it could help you lower the operating costs, something that you don't have to invest yourself. So that number one. Number two, these are a lot of stuff. You know, someone else already did it. Is actually doing it now. I think it will be nice. I think this is going to go across the board for all the teams, because your idea is not entirely new in this universe. There's someone else out there doing the same thing or similar thing, I would say. It would be really nice and really convincing if you could benchmark yourself. That's what you're doing is different from other people also doing right now, or even better. All right, that's it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Love you all.
So right now we'll have a quick 5-minute intermission for the audience. We have a special guest singer, Nina, who has a short message and will be singing a special song for us.
Allow you guys to participate and experience all the real world situations in making a startup. So I think this is a very great opportunity for you guys. So I would like to wish you all good luck and enjoy the song.
Baby, take my hand, I want you to be my husband, 'cause you're my Iron Man, and I love you 3000. Baby, take a chance, 'cause I want this to be something straight out of a Hollywood movie. I see you standing there, walk out the where, and all I can think is where's the ring? 'Cause I know you wanna ask, scared the moment will pass. I can see it in your eyes, just take me by surprise. And all my friends, they tell me they're seeing you're planning to get on one knee, but I want it to be over blue. So make sure I have no clue when you ask, baby, take my hand. I want you to be my husband, 'cause you're my Iron Man, and I love you 3000. Baby, take a chance, 'cause I want this to be something straight out of a Hollywood movie. Now we're having dinner, baby, you're a winner. I see the way you smile, you think about the eye, you reach in your pocket, emotions locking. Before you could ask, I answered too fast. And all my friends, they tell me they're seeing you're planning to get on one knee. So now I can't stop thinking about you. I figure out all the clue, so I ask, baby, take my hand. I want you to be my husband, 'cause you're my Iron Man, and I love you 3000. Baby, take a chance, 'cause I want this to be something straight out of a Hollywood movie. Da 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 da. No spoilers, please. Da 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 da. No spoilers, please.
Yeah, thank you so much, Nina, for being able to sing with us. We really appreciate it. We still have a few more minutes. When it goes to 5 minutes, we'll start the thing again.
Whoa, I was totally invested in that great performance. You know what else I am, and you all should invest in the next group too. Invested is an online platform and service that makes investment safer and more convenient, at the same time promoting growth of local startups. And you all should invest in the next group too.
Invested, you can bring up your slides right now.
All right, so can we start? Okay. Hello, judges. Imagine you want to start a business. You have a great plan, an awesome setup, and are ready to show your business to the world. Let's conquer the world.
Not so fast, Youngie.
Why?
Because you are lacking money. You can't start your business, not without some sort of funding.
But I have no idea where to start.
Greetings, respective judges and fellow entrepreneurs.
I am Youngmi Jo, CEO of Invested.
I am Maya McCorn-Watana, COO of Invested.
I am Shia Tan, CFO of Invested.
And together, we're the founders of Invested, a new way to invest.
Judges, you're all very likely to know about the greatest disease plaguing the Thai startup ecosystem.
Yes, because according to Thailand Startup.news, more than 96% of Thai startups are reported to lack sufficient funding. Business goals were missed due to this issue, and entrepreneurs were unable to materialize their world-changing ideas.
Even an article published by TechSauce has emphasized the negative impact of this unfortunate reality.
This is why we have designed a platform to connect investors with startups, just as social media connects you with your friends. However, we also respect that investment is not just monetary, but a transaction of trust.
Our mission is to make investments safe and convenient, at the same time promoting the growth of local startups.
Invested is a platform where startups and investors can easily connect, striving to make it easier for small businesses in Thailand to reach out to investors and gain traction faster and more efficiently.
To use our service, all startups and investors have to create their respective accounts, but not just an ordinary account, because both investors and startups have to provide extensive details in addition to evaluation from a professional team in order to qualify for an account.
Startups will have to provide information about them, such as revenue, valuation, business model, and so on.
While investors have to give their net worth, past investment history, annual income, and more. All the details collected can be viewed by the investor and startup respectively, which is crucial in providing credibility, transparency, and trust between a startup and an investor.
After a startup has created an account, we will charge them 5% of their total investment collected, while investors will be charged 3% of their investment income made using Invested. That will be our revenue stream.
Our cost structure mainly consists of the hiring of a professional team that can monitor and handle the financials of the investment transaction. We also have to pay for a 24/7 customer support staff and engineers for our website.
Therefore, our usual business activity will be matching startups with an investor that can provide experience and funding. After a transaction is made, our team will also continue to monitor the progress of the startup to ensure that the investor receives an income from his investments.
In the future, we also hope to partner with government agencies like the Digital Government Development Agency and so much more to create investment programs for selective startups.
A business model is no good without validation, so our numbers have been influenced by our market research. Specifically, Kun Fiposit, owner of Healthylicious 365, has stated the platform must not charge more than the bank's interest on loans, which is usually around 7%. So no more than 5% on the investments I collect will be acceptable for me.
In addition, our service has been an answer to the frustrations expressed by Mr. Wei Yuan, who is a part of a startup in the education sector. Particularly, he has stated that as a startup looking for funding, the problem is not knowing where to begin. Where do I start searching? Who are the relevant names in my industry?
Ms. Chu, who is the founder of Topeka, a local milk tea store, stated on the perspective of an investor, I want to know the startup owner's educational background, past experience working in a business, and the founder's successes and failures. Our service has therefore been designed to satisfy this request for transparency, making the investment process safer for both the investor and the startup.
As a comparison to other existing services, our price and service, particularly the emphasis on transparency and credibility, proves as a strength. Fee-wise, services like GoFundMe charges a fee of 2.9% plus an extra of 30 cents per donation.
Kickstarter charges a fee of 5% per investment.
And banks charge 1 to 8% of total loan amounts from major lenders.
All these methods of collecting investment may work for small hobby startups, but when we're talking about startups that want to have a real impact on the economy, we need a method of transacting investments that is safe and monitored by a professional financing team. This is why Invested is unique.
According to the Department of Business Development, around 70,000 to 72,000 new businesses were registered in 2018 and 2019 individually.
As stated by the Board of Investment, this amounted to around 756 billion baht worth of investments in 2019 in Thailand.
Our market segment will mainly be startups that need seed capital, angel investor funding, or even venture capital funding to take their business to the next level.
We also hope to have 0.5% of the market share in 4 years.
Enough easy numbers, let's talk about the gritty stuff. In our first year, we plan on spending money on marketing and developing our service. This means that we have to spend money hiring staff, licensing, building the website, and other aspects key to the foundation of our business. Therefore, we will run an estimate deficit of around 20 million baht.
But as we grow over 3 years, we expect to take more prevalence in the market. The second year is also projected to run deficit, but we hope to make a profit in the third year of operation.
This means that we'll break even in 3 to 4 years.
Numbers? Psh, what are numbers if we haven't even seen a product yet?
Excellent point. So now let's take a look at our services.
All right, judges. Once you go to our service, you'll be brought to our main page where you can see the basic information about us, who we are, what we are. If you're interested, you can also sign in. Let's do that. Once you go and sign in, you'll be met with a page asking if you're an investor or startup. Let's just say you want to sign up as an investor. You'll be brought to an application page where you have to fill out these details and our team will evaluate it and get back to you. The same thing as with a startup. Let's go back. So let's imagine you are already a member. Let's log in. Here, we again ask you if you're an investor or startup. Let's just say you're an investor. You go on your investor page, and here you'll be met with startups you have invested, weekly updates, today's feature startup, and so on. You can also view your personal information. And again, you have to change it with, we have to change it together. So you can't just change this on your own. And this is what startups will see as well. And let's go find a startup. Why not? Startups near you. We prioritize startups near you. You can also see other startups uninvested. Let's just go like Sally Salad. Let's visit Sally Salads. Sally Salads overview. Here's an overview page of Sally Salads. Here you can see all the necessary information for you to make your investment choices. Now let's go back. Let's just say you're a startup this time. Go to your startup page, and here is Sally Salad's startup page. You can see your top investors, and you can also view more about your investor. Here you can see your investor, and you also find an investor right here. Again, you can find investors near you. You also view your site and change information on it. So the investors will always get the updated information. Back to you, Shia.
Thank you, judges, for your patience, and I hope that you're just as invested as we are.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Let me start with the comments on this one. I think you guys are great. Great presentation. Great UI UX design. I really enjoyed that. But please put the team page at the end and problem first when you pitch to investors, and make sure that the team page share relevant background why you are the suitable team to make this idea happen. Well, for your team, I have a few comments. Firstly, there are quite a few platforms doing this already, but the actual pain point for startups is the SSA, SHA, and AOA, and the due diligence part. Who is going to be doing this? Is it your platform, or the startup and the investors would have to do this themselves? The term sheet, and after the term sheet, then the SSA, the due diligence part. That's the expensive, the time-consuming part, or the pain point, the real pain point for the deal to happen, right? And how are you going to do prevent? How are you going to prevent, say, investors match with a startup already, from them talking behind your back and without paying you fees, right? They know each other already. How are you going to prevent them to arrange a private meeting and do this deal themselves? I would say if you add the due diligence part into your service, and you can democratize the SSA, SHA service to lower the cost, to make it lower than 1% of the actual funding round. Your platform might be more competitive for investors and for startup, because first it's less time consuming for startup and investors to do this term sheet due diligence part, right? You're a third party platform, so they're not going to go behind your back and match this transaction yourself without paying you fees. Mm-hmm. The second comment would be the legality aspect, right? You're most likely going to be under the SEC, the Thai SEC, because their mandate is to protect, to have them. Their KPI is investors protection. So there are different licenses you may need to acquire, either crowdfunding licenses or digital asset exchange licenses. So you might need to raise a bit more capital before you can launch this kind of business, because you're going to be classified as a financial institution if you're gonna solicit Thai investors in Thailand, right? And maybe the third comment would be to add the visibility property to your product. For other platform, it forces investors to have a certain amount of ticket size, or it's not really, you're not really democratizing the investment opportunity here. Right? And if you can offer a differentiated product where investors can have a very small ticket size to invest in a particular project, then you're gonna get a wider pool of investors and startup joining the network. But you need to get the cost low enough for your due diligence, SSA, SHA, and to follow up on the metrics. Right? That's the operation cost. That's my comment.
Yeah, I think just to add on to Top's questions, he's asking you very intense, difficult questions that we face as investors. Actually, my bigger overview question is what made you decide to choose on this topic? Because I don't assume you have fundraised before or invested before.
Right. So so how it came up with this topic is we were encouraged to find some issues, some social issues that people have to deal with, and we were asked to tackle those problems. And one of the problems our team thought about was, especially in Thailand, we realized that there's a lot of startups that it's and Mr. Wei Yen also commented on this. He said a lot of times as a startup, especially if you're a first-time startup, you have no idea where to start, where to go to for all these investors and all the legal documents and everything, and then you actually have no guidance. So you have to start from ground zero. So our team, we plan on especially as Mr. Top has discussed excellently about the legal aspect of this and all the cost that goes into it and how we're supposed to deal with these legal documents like the term sheet and the shareholders agreement and these things. So what we plan on doing is we get when they're opening an account, they have to sign like a agreement sheet where they where we hope to eliminate them talking behind our backs and doing like backdoor deals. And also we hope on guiding the startups, especially startups, to fill out those legal forms when an investment is transacted. So I hope that answered your question.
Yeah, I think it's just a very interesting choice for you guys, but good for you. Definitely a problem.
Hi, Candice here. I think it's a really good try, but to me, the details of the journey of startup and investors are much more complicated than you think. So I would see this as more like a marketplace for startup and investor to meet. But in reality, if we're gonna get that on board, number one, I would like to know, invested would be, are you gonna be the expert on which round of funding? Are you talking about the seed round or Series A or stuff like that? I think you need to make a clear cut. There are a lot of groups and the places that we can meet the high quality investors. To be the good startup, you should also select an investor, not just anyone that bump into you. Two, I think Top covered this. To me, it's more like a marketplace, a little bit of crowdfunding, a bit of the deals that you're going to put it on your portal or your website, whatever you're going to call it. I'm kind of wondering, what is the fee structure, or what is your revenue streams here from your business? Are you deducted percentage from the deals, from the fund raised? Can you cover that part again?
Oh yeah, sure, no problem. So if we go back to the slide, for our revenue, I believe it is here. For our revenue stream, we plan on taking 5% of the total investment collected by startups. And this again is determined because banks usually charge around like 7 to 8%.
Let me stop you right there. 5% of the total investment, to me, is really high. I mean, if you are going to have, if you're going to have only the website or the marketplace, I think the value would be how you prep the startup to be ready to be a good startup worth investing. So that's something that you might want to explore. All right, something that you can add values to both startup and investors.
Right. Thanks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good try.
Okay, may I go next? Let's just say at True InQ, we do both investment and incubation program, which means that for investment, we receive email from startup, like tons of email from startup that wanted an investment from us. And for incubator side, we looking for a startup, like a lot of startup that really want to give it 100% to success in their startup. If you are trying to sell this platform to me, what will be the benefit that I will have from your platform?
All right. Thanks for the awesome question. So for our platform, what makes us unique is we want to, instead of just connecting the startup with the investor, we also hope to give a really good match. So that's why we match an investor in the food and dining area with a startup in the food and dining sector, and we plan on guiding the not just a transaction of investments, but a transaction of experiences of guidance from the investor to the startup. And we also want to alleviate some of the frustrations. Since like some startups might not know how to do those legal document stuff, and so try to have professionals in our team that can help guide them through these legal blockades or obstacles.
All right, good job. Time's up.
Okay, Khab.
So do I stop sharing now?
Yeah, you can take it out on your
All right.
screen right now. Yeah, thank you, you guys.
Oh, that seems like a great space for investment. Next is another team thinking about saving and spreading awareness about reducing the amount of plastic, which is MILP. MILP, which stands for multiple use bags for the environment. Our main goal is to reduce the amount of plastic waste created in each year through increasing the usage of cloth bags.
So hi, I'm Chris.
I'm not in this group.
Do we start? Okay. Hi, I'm Pio.
I'm Chris, and we're the co-founder of MILP Company.
MILP stands for Multiple Use Bags for the Environment, and our mission is to raise awareness and strengthen the connection between the audience and the global issue through selling our products, which strives to reduce the usage of plastic packaging. As we move forward into 2020, with the world population rapidly increasing, the increase of plastic waste is directly proportional. As you can clearly see from the graph, each and every column shown on the graph reaches and exceeds 1 million tons, and with the highest figure being packaging and plastic bags. Moreover, the top 5 countries that contribute to 60% of all plastic waste in the oceans are located in Asia. Recent reports show that the top 5 polluters are China, Indonesia, Philippines, Vietnam, and unfortunately, Thailand. In fact, 8 million metric tons of plastic waste ends up in the ocean each year, affecting millions of marine life creatures. The Thai Retailers Association and 75 member stores across 24,500 retail distribution channels plan to ban the use of plastic bags under the Everyday Say No to Plastic Bags campaign from January 1st, 2020. With less plastic bags given to customers, they would have to rely more on multiple use bags. Before we go further, I would like to explain the harm of plastic bags that could affect the environment. As shown in this slide is the life cycle of plastic bags. Starting with the extraction of crude oil, they have to go through the process of fracking, which is the process of drilling down into the earth before a high pressure water mixture is directed at the rock to release the gas inside. That could lead to groundwater and air contamination and could possibly lead to an earthquake. Therefore, with a mute bag, we could get rid of the extraction process, as cotton could be harvested without harming the environment and could be reused multiple times after manufacturing it into a bag. Plus, it only takes up to 4 months to decompose at the end of its lifespan, while an average lifespan of a plastic bag lasts around 12 minutes and takes 1,000 years to decompose entirely.
So this is our first prototype of our bag. Well, along the way, we have conducted many market research to collect feedback on how we could potentially improve our products. As we sent out a Google form to our possible target customer, and these are their responses. The bag is too small and is not suitable for its use. The material is not thick enough to carry heavy groceries. The quality of bag does not reach the promised standards. And what does MUTE even stand for? And so as more and more feedback were collected, we have concluded to redesign the bag in response to our customers' needs. So this is our second prototype. In response to feedback, we have increased the size of our bag with thicker material to elevate our promised standards. So this is like a simple breakdown for the production cost for each unit. 40 baht for the plain cloth bag and 36 baht for the screen printing with the logo and the tagline. Prior to this competition, we have already sold 181 bags, which is about 36,200 worth of revenue. And we have donated 7,240 baht to Subna Kasinen Foundation. As 20% of our portion of revenue will be donated to Subna Kasinen Foundation, is an organization which focuses on conserving the environment in Thailand.
So we can ensure this, that the customer would buy our products, is because the portion of donating of our revenue, and by using our bag, you are automatically become and you are contributed to the saving the environment. So companies that uses our products will also increase their corporate social responsibilities. And this is very important because many governments requires company to include CSR plans. So with this, it would further ensure that the potential customers would allow our products to be sold in their stores, or we would be able to sell to more customers. So our next target customers are the villa markets, gourmet markets, and Foodland, as the consumers that visit these shops are usually more financially stable. Therefore, they are more likely to buy our products, and this will allow our products to be commercialized, as well as spreading awareness of the harm from plastic bags.
This is our team. Unfortunately, some of our teammates cannot make it today. I'm Chris, I'm the CEO.
And I'm Pio, I'm the CFO.
For further inquiries regarding to our company, these are the links to our annual report and our market research report. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, let me go first. So I think you guys should do a lot of market research. I respect on that. Anyway, can you go back to your first customer again, please?
To what again? Sorry.
I don't see the slide. Anyway, you explain it. So who is your first customer?
So we started selling in our like community in Nichida. So like our like a school fair, I guess. And we're
Okay.
planning. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, interrupt. So how will you compete with your competitors? Who is your competitors?
So probably like supermarkets selling their own cloth bags, since they're not allowed to give out plastic bags. But then our unique selling point is that we're donating a portion of our revenue to the charity and organizations.
Okay, I think it's interesting anyway, because I think it's product which is in the quite a big ocean. So you might coming up with another more business model, maybe tied up with some organization or some other company more. Anyway, yeah. So ends for me now. First, let's other judges comment.
Okay, maybe I go next. One question here. How do you define your business position here? Are you a textile business or are you something else? Or SE or something?
I'm sorry. What does that mean?
I mean, in every business, we will classify it into some kind of segment category, right? But like for example, like True, we identify ourselves as telecommunication business. And in your startup, what is the definition of that? Is that an SE, social enterprise, or is that a textile company, or?
I think we're like social entrepreneur, I guess.
Okay. Okay. So how will you compete with the company that already did the same thing? I mean, if you look at every grocery store, you will see that there are a lot of bags out there that's selling on the shelf. Some of them are made by the retailer itself. How do you compete with them?
Right now, we would like to focus on smaller communities such as the Nichira community, and then we would like to expand larger and larger into the bigger community, because I think that many suburbans like communities, they are more likely to not care about the environment because they are more financially stable, so they would just use once used plastic bags, throw them away, and then just bring another one. So we would like to tackle those parts first, since like as you said that other grocery stores are already providing the cloth bag, but then yeah, so since like we would like to like tackle these suburban communities first.
Okay, it's really good with your intention, but my suggestion for you is, as you mentioned that in Thailand, we already launched the No Plastic Bag campaign for almost half a year right now, right? Since the beginning of the year. What I would suggest you is to look at the result of this campaign, whether is it really helping the plastic bag issue in Thailand or not. If it is, why? And if it's not, why? This is the suggestion that I would give to you. We have to look into the real pain point of why people still throwing the plastic back into the ocean. Maybe using the bag might not be the answer to this, in my opinion. Yeah, I think it would be better if you can look for the result information from the campaign. Yes.
Thank you.
Or if the time, Khun Top, please.
Just a quick question, quick comment from my end. What you guys are proposing here is not really a startup. It's more like a social enterprise. You're not building a scalable company, right? A scalable product. Startup is when you're building a company that can scale the product very fast. The cloth bag here is one input equals output. It will take you a long time to scale this company. It's not a scalable product, and the valuation won't be high for your company. It has to be a social enterprise. And when you say you have the competitive advantage is donation based, then, and plus it's a red ocean, I don't think it's gonna prevent a lot of people from doing the same thing. You have to maybe find some other competitive mods. When you create a company that can generate a lot of profit, that's when you create a company with enough competitive mods, competitive advantage that no one else can really copy what you're doing. But when you say you're just a donation based, that is different from other bag company, then it's not very hard to copy what you're doing. You might need to rethink. But if you say you're gonna create a social enterprise, that's fine. It's a great idea. But if you really want to create a big company, then you might need to rethink on your business model. Create a scalable company and also competitive advantage that no one else can really copy what you're doing.
All right, time's up.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
I'm definitely gonna buy a bag next time. And next off is coming with something useful for our health. Introduction, Nutrix is an online delivery restaurant. We use AI to take data for our customers and analyze food menus for them. Through our application, they are able to customize the ingredients according to their taste preference, which will make the food perfect in nutrition, taste, and proportions. By using Nutrix, our customers can expect to enjoy their food as well as recovering from their chronic diseases at the same time through food therapy.
Right. Good afternoon. I'm here to introduce to you Nutrix. Nutrix is going to change how food therapy is done. Firstly, I'm going to tell you about my personal experience. When I was younger, my parents would always be at work, so they didn't have much free time. And everything changed when I turned 8. My father was diagnosed with leukemia, a form of cancer. While I thought leukemia was going to be his only problem, it turned out a huge problem was his diet. We didn't have much healthy food restaurants around our house, and even if there were, we couldn't go there 3 times a day. Also, they didn't have much time to cook. We also could never hire private chefs because they were really expensive. So we were stuck in a corner. And that's why I set out to solve this problem for other families out there too. And that's why I'm here to introduce to you Nutrix. Now, I'm going to pass it over to Nut.
Meet our crew. Machi Jalan Supakun, Bayut Lin Piyawan, Narulot Kwasakun Lunglot, Chachanopti Lanantakun, and myself, Chomchatati Lanantakun. The reason why it's 5 of us is because we all understand this problem equally, and some of us has even gone through this problem themselves. And we think that we have the necessary skill set and mindset to make our company work. And by accomplishing our goal, we hope that others won't have to go through the same way that we did. If you're unsure why we chose to create Nutrix, let me give you a brief explanation why. Thailand has a death rate around 400,000 per year, and 300,000 is caused by the chronic disease. And currently there are around 9 million people who have it, and in every year, 8,000 more people will die from the chronic disease. Look at how the chronic disease is actually affecting our population. With 75% of death caused by the chronic disease, we'd want to help support the medical field by using a unique way. As kids in this generation, our vision towards this fast-paced changing world has us viewing the world on a much bigger scale. Since our country is gradually becoming an aging society, we gathered ideas and agreed that we want to help smooth out the process of our country transitioning into the aging society through the fields of nutrition and the use of media and software application. As a team participating in this competition, we are determined not less than the others to make a change in our society. If you, judges, believe that our vision believe in our vision, and are willing to give us a chance to make a difference, we say, in 10 years, we expect and will likely to decrease the death rate caused by the chronic disease by at least 10,000 lives in Bangkok. To accomplish our goal, we'd want to build a food delivering company. Our company is unique and diverse in many ways. Our company will use the AI technology to help the chronically ill solve the problem of malnutrition or advising them in eating certain nutrients to help go along with the therapy they are doing. And now that I've mentioned so far is the modern curing way of food therapy. And let me now pass it on to Machi.
Right, so we have done some research and have come up with two main competitors. The nutrition restaurants, which do not provide customizable food, and the proportion is also unfit. Why? Because according to our research, some people with chronic diseases prefer to eat 5 times a day, each time in small amounts. And private chefs are also obviously too expensive. And here's the reason that will outcompete our competitors in markets. Our food is smart and customizable. We believe that everyone has different needs for nutrition and food. And by using AI technology, our company has designed a way for our food to fulfill the needs of our customers in nutrition, taste, and proportion, which you'll in touch with further explain to your prototype.
We have created a prototype of the app to show you how everything will function. When you enter the first page, you'll see the app itself. The next few pages will be an interview with the user about their health. After that, you can sign into your account. When everything is set up, you'll be directed to the main page of the app. The main page displays the user overall report based on what they eat. Just like any other ordinary food delivery system, we also provide a very simplistic system which allows you to order food easily. In the order page, it unveils the information about the menu. But unlike other delivery systems, Nutrix provides you with a unique option to customize your chosen menu. Nutrix AI can also analyze the menu for you based on your information from the survey.
Continuing on from Touch, we will now move on to the My Profile section. In this section, your nutritional information, which you can change anytime, will be shown. These are the information from the interview. There is also a Settings tab. This is the overall prototype of what the app will become. As we all know, it's a minimum viable product. So if you do have feedback, we would love to hear it after the presentation. During the customer validation, we found a commonality between our interviewees. They either don't know what to do in order to treat the disease or tried the method, but it didn't help them much. Not only that, both of these consumers face problems with unsuitable proportions of food. Some even listed the problem about income and that they have to work less because of the condition they have.
With the help of Nutrix, the problems about unsuitable proportion and nutrition can be solved by our customization function within the app. Our research suggests that by using Nutrix, our customer can also work more and therefore increase their income.
This is our business model canvas, and the entirety of the business model canvas is sent to you. For our market sizing, we estimate around 500 to 1,000 Thai baht per day per customers for using our services, and around 250,000 Thai baht per year per customer. Our target market is around 10% market share and about 27,000 people total, which is around 2.75 billion Thai baht, and in which we hope to achieve in around 10 years. Within the first year, we should be able to have around 1,000 customers or users, penetrate at least 0.4% of the market, and have around 20 million Thai baht annual sales.
And there are 3 main factors that allow us to reach our set goals and ensure our success. Our society. Thailand is becoming an aging society, so the more elderly there is, the wider our customer base will be. Our innovativity. We use delivery and AI technology to design unique business that work, especially in the new normal of the COVID-19. The rate of delivery orders will increase, and people will also be more aware of their health, which will boost our revenue. The last reason is that food is one of the 5 basic needs. With high demand, our company can survive in almost all economic conditions. And those are the reasons that we should win this competition so we can improve our society. Thank you for listening to Nutrix.
Okay, maybe I go first. Can you repeat again about your target? How much do you project your revenue, I think at the end of this year, right? You projected to reach 2.7 billion Thai baht?
Within 10 years.
Within 10 years. Oh, I see. And how about this year projection?
We
20
have,
million?
we estimate we want to receive around 20 million Thai baht annual sales, which is like just sales, not cutting the cost and everything else.
Yeah, just revenue.
Okay, let's just say your target is 20 million baht. At the end of this year, we have like 6 months left, right?
I mean, like if we to start like and have 12 months full 12.
Okay, I see. How about the price of the food that you are going to sell?
It probably varies through the proportions as well. It's quality food and it's customizable, so it's about 500 to 1,000 baht per day.
Okay, so the average is like 750 baht, right?
Yes.
Okay. How you going to make it possible? I mean, 20 million baht is not really a small number, you know. And to penetrate new startup, new business into the market is really hard nowadays. Back then, before COVID, is hard. Nowadays, after COVID, is even harder. About your business plan again, how do you going to launch your startup into the market?
Okay, so well, first we plan to do like some PR, and we decide to co with like some delivery companies to make it like an online restaurant. And so our customers can see it. They can also see it through like the delivery company apps. So like it's like a restaurant in there, and they can order. And when they click, I plan it like this. So when they click into our restaurant in the delivery apps, it would take us to the Nutrix application, which they can fill in the information and customize the food and then order the food.
It will be the same comment like many just give to the last team that doing the same kind of similar model with you. You know, in Thailand, we have so many food out there. I can't just walk out of my condo and 100 meters away from my condo, I have like so much food out there. You might need to rethink again about your business plan. How it would attract customer, how would it be interesting for customer? This is the first thing that you need to come up with, you know, when you launch new thing. How would it be different from other competitors out there? Because as of now, I don't really see how is it going to be in your business model. It's really confusing right now, actually.
So
I'll let Ivan speak first.
Our goal was to create like a plan for like different types of chronically ill people. Like we have like quizzes that you can take, and we take in like your results and saying that, oh, this is the best diet plan for pretend people with diabetes or cancer or like different types of chronic diseases. So it best suits like what you need and what your doctor needs. And also like we have like tracking, so we can track that how much people should eat per meal, so then they can like complete their goal within the whole day.
Okay.
And
So
like can I speak?
Yes.
So like since you have said that like food is really common to like buy each day, so like our company will like it's like customizable, and like our main goal is like to prevent people from getting chronically disease. And like since the aging society is gonna overcome like a lot of people nowadays like in the future, so we are kind of like trying to prevent people by eating good healthy food with still good taste. And for the people who are currently in the situation of having chronically who has like chronic ills, and then people who also recovers, so I feel like it will kind of like boost our revenue, since it's kind of gonna be like a long-term process of therapy.
Okay. So let's just say that you are targeting to your target customer is the people with chronic disease, right?
And elderly.
And let's just imagine that I am a rich old man, and I can afford hiring a doctor to nutrition to set up my meal. Why should I use your platform instead of going to the hospital?
Uh,
I trust you more than hospital.
I believe that it will save the cost of like going to the hospital, because like if you're rich, like you probably have to like eat like expensive food anyway, and our food you can also spend the money like through the food that you already eat, but like you cannot change the food you eat like to Nutrix, and if you change to Nutrix, you save the cost for going to the doctor, but you spend pretty much the same amount of money through the food.
And we also get advices from UVP, which are experts, and we also get like doctor's advice. So you don't have to like waste your money twice from going to a doctor and then finding a chef. You can just come to us right away.
Okay. That will be
Oh.
all. Yes.
Oh, by the way, you know that like we have the full business model canvas that is sent to you by our facilitators, right?
Oh, okay. I see the link already. Yes.
Yeah. So if you have any questions about the full business model canvas too, you can ask away.
Okay. That will be all on my side.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Can I give a little bit more?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, just 2-3 sentences. I think I can feel your pain point from your passion and also your pain point from creating this solution. So just refer from Kun Kangwan that a lot of things that you have to concern. So okay, the first thing, try to crack down your pain point first. What is the pain point, and also what is your solution? And the next, if you say that your target is gonna be the old man, you have to step in their shoes. You have to step on UX, UI. Do you think they will gonna use your application if you are an old man who has a very problem with the eye old right now? So just concern more on the target that you're gonna sell. That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
A few quick comments on my end. Do you have the time or?
Oh, that's
You
okay.
can ask me more questions. We're still ahead of time.
So a chronic illness is one that lasts for a long period of time and typically cannot be cured. So I think it's a good niche group of customers that you are targeting and differentiating yourself. But it's going to be very similar to the previous company in this competition. So you should add blockchain for traceability, right, to ensure good quality product from farm to table. So add blockchain function, and also maybe video on your UI UX, create a video tab to show during the cooking process, where users can do a live, can see a live video of the chef cooking the food. I used to order lunch in San Francisco, and there was a startup that show the process of cooking the food before you go and pick up the lunch. So I think that's another feature that you can also add apart from the blockchain function. But on the financial metrics, 10% market share, and that's 7 million users, right? 70 million people in Thailand. So 10% market share, that's 7 million users. And if you say paying user, you would extract between 500 to 1,000 baht per user. That's pretty much only everyone in Bangkok they can afford to pay this price, not everyone else. In other words, everyone in Bangkok is your customer, right? 7 million people, 10% market share. And your valuation would be around 700 million, almost a unicorn already, right? At this valuation, 100 baht per user, right? 7 million times 100 baht per user. You're almost a unicorn with this. We might need to think about the metrics, financial metrics again. And for operation, it's going to be very intensive, like delivery or fraud detection or payments. You need to think through all these things. It's going to be very detailed on the operation side of this business.
Thank you.
That's all from me.
Thank you.
As someone that really cares about health and nutrition, Nutrix sounds great. You know what else is great besides saving our bodies? Well, saving the planet. The next team is definitely going to help with that. H2Orb. H2Orb is a social venture that tackles the excessive use of plastic in baths-related goods throughout an all-natural, biodegradable, and seaweed-encased bath orb.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for having us here today. We're just going to take a minute to get set up, and we're super excited to be presenting.
Okay, Arissa, go whenever.
Should we start now? All right.
Yes.
Okay. In Bangkok this year alone, over 1.03 million tons of plastic has been generated. And of that amount, only 31% of it was disposed of properly. The use of everyday plastics is growing exponentially alongside growing economies and is something everyone here, including us, is guilty of. And we are tired of feeling guilty. Hi, everyone. My name is Arissa Tenajaro. This is Vienna Sparks and Justin Browers. And today we would like to introduce you to our social venture called H2Orb. We've all completed the Entrepreneurship 1 course at the International School of Bangkok, therefore feel capable to manage this complex and intricate social venture.
H2Orb's mission is to present a simple, innovative, and method to revolutionize the packaging of bath products, a market worth over $50 billion globally, which is expected to grow annually by 6.2%, according to the 2019 Business Insider Review. Today, we would like to talk you through these 4 aspects of our company: our global issue, product, sales, and expansion.
When researching ways to develop a product to combat environmental change, a crucial setback we discovered was ecophobia. Ecophobia is the feeling of powerlessness to prevent catastrophic disasters such as environmental change. Plastic waste is one of the persistent pollutants on Earth, which emits greenhouse gases, thus contributes to a large amount of global warming. As plastic waste poses a non-immediate threat, a research at the University of Colorado suggests individuals can become fearful and cynical of environmental issues. In short, we have a tendency to do nothing and neglect this detrimental global issue in order to maintain psychological comfort.
In starting this company, we believe there is a simple and logical solution. Instead of thinking short-term and trying to use less plastic, we project a long-term vision of replacing and revolutionizing it instead. Our target demographic is consumers in central Bangkok who intend to but don't want to deal with the hassle of preserving the environment. We believe that empowering our customers to abolish their ecophobia and become educated will result in not only a change in the Thai community, but also the global mindset towards addressing plastic waste.
In order to achieve this goal, we have created our product called Orbs. Each orb is filled with organic bath products encased in a biodegradable packaging product made of natural ingredients like sodium alginate, which is a seaweed extract, and calcium lactate, which is a natural salt. This product not only appeals to our target market due to its uniqueness, but further eliminates any need for plastic packaging in the entire production process. The customer must simply pop the orb in order for the product to flow out and dispose of the eco-friendly shell in the garden, as it acts like a fertilizer. Each step of our production process helps the local Thai community, alongside encourages customers to live more sustainably. The soap we purchase is by the Naval Thai Science Department, whose proceeds go towards supporting Army families. And we have also worked alongside recycling industries to obtain repurposed glass jars to package the orbs in. While a glass jar poses some dangers as it is placed in a bathroom setting, we encourage customers to recycle the jar for various uses or return it to us for a discount on their next purchase.
Our unique packaging method distinguishes us from others, helping gain interest from customers. H2Orb directly provides an alternative of plastic and indirectly tackles the issues of ecophobia through education and taking small steps towards our bigger goal of combating environmental change. With each jar of orbs sold, customers are given a brochure, which provides suggestions on how they can be a part of the solution of environmental change, in addition to ways of recycling the glass jars.
During the months from August 2018 to January 2019, we conducted various rounds of market research through surveys and interviews within our local community, and also by walking around downtown Bangkok. Our market research solidified our target audience, which was both children aged 5 to 12 and young adults in their early 20s who were interested in the fun aspect of popping the orbs. A secondary target audience were middle to high income parents of the children who were keen to learn more about our global issue. The preferred color, size, cost, and bath products which each orb were encased in were researched and altered to satisfy the needs of our customers.
Within a 6-month period, we sold over 500 jars, earning over 100,000 baht in revenue. To reach these sales, we sold at Artbox, K-Village, and in our charity bazaar, the Global Air Coast Conference, international school events, and many more locations. Sales from these events contributed to 85% of a 6-month revenue stream, with the other 10 and 5% coming from retail sales at ISB store and direct sales with customers, respectively.
As for our online markets, we have been unable to generate any significant sales. However, we've been able to successfully gain exposure in the Thai community while advocating for plastic waste. Some of the reviews left on our social media are presented on the screen now. We recognize that our customers appeal to our product predominantly through in-person sales. Therefore, we tried appealing to the e-commerce market through hosting interactive campaigns, giveaways, and competitions. Doing this allowed us to grow our online revenue stream from 0% to 5%, also greatly diversifying it.
Our company has a high profit margin, earning over 100 baht per jar, which we sell at a base price of 150 baht, with material costs being around 40 baht and labor costs being free as the orbs are homemade. The last part of our market research involved contacting organizations and companies to partner with. We got advice from the Sang Foundation regarding our business model and reached out to some eco-friendly hotels and spas with possible partnership opportunities. The general consensus was that our orbs had to be reliable, similar in cost to plastic bath product alternatives, and able to be mass-produced, which we were not yet ready for at the time. Lastly, we contacted the owner of the Villa Prasumain Hotel, who proposed that if we could lower our price to 10 baht per orb, make our product last more than a month without popping, and produce at a high capacity, he would be happy to reconsider landing a deal with us.
To address the obstacles present regarding the expansion into the larger niche eco-friendly markets, this we met with the CEO of Thai-Nam, the second largest plastic manufacturer in Thailand, to explore using a developed bioplastic cellulose film to encase the orbs instead of seaweed. The alternative of bioplastic cellulose film would allow for a more durable film, more efficient manufacturing prices, and lower price per unit, allowing for us to enter higher demanding markets and grow H2 orb. However, due to limited funds, we have yet to explore this idea. We believe with your professional guidance can help us overcome this hurdle and successfully pursue our new potential idea, which will not only help us broaden our companies, but also mitigate plastic waste as a whole.
With your guidance, we are confident that we can grow H2 Orb to reach its full potential in the foreseeable future and spread awareness of our global issue of fighting plastic waste. Through H2 Orb, we hope to lessen the ecophobia prevalent in Bangkok and save this beautiful planet, which we call our home, one orb at a time. Thank you so much.
Thank you, girls, for sharing and presenting your idea. I think that's pretty interesting for us. I have seen other, I guess, similar competitors that you have in the space as well. But what's interesting for me is you shared your revenue numbers, but you didn't really share your costs. So how much, like, I guess, lending costs does it cost for you to have a product like per op, and then what are you selling it now? So what's your profit margin per op?
So as previously mentioned, our cost for producing the orb is really cheap. It is around 40 baht in total, but half of that comes from the jar itself, since we do sell it in repurposed glass jars, which we sell from, which we buy from recycling companies. And we have three kind of sizes of the jars. So the small one, which has 4 to 5 orbs, is 150. Medium, which is 8 to 10, is 250, and the large one, which has 10 to 15, I believe, is around 300 to 350.
So what's your margin for each of these jars or bottles? Like, how much are you earning per
With the base price, one of 150, our profit margin is around 100 baht, plus or minus. Yeah.
Okay, so it's about a 60% margin, right?
Yes.
You started out by talking about the plastic waste and awesome products that you offer as ops. Can you share with me your vision, how the idea of using the seaweed, the innovations here can scale up into the future in the larger scales than, the cute little things that you put in a jar? What is the grand social impact are we looking at?
So our grand social impact, as we mentioned, we're trying to reduce plastic waste. And in the future, to scale it up, as we mentioned, we're trying to work with Thai-Nam to use their biocellulose film. This will help us enter more high demand markets, for example, hotels and more professional retail stores. Because right now we do have some issues, as we mentioned, with our product, in the sense that it needs to be more durable. We need to be able to mass produce it and lower the price. Thus, to scale it up and make it more professional, we want to work with Thai-Nam to use their biocellulose film.
Mm-hmm. Now that does make more sense now, because when you start out with the plastic bags, you know, the plastic bag as you shopping in the wet market, and the orbs that you're selling, I just I'm have to be honest, I can't connect why it's there to here. But if you're talking about the little containers, which is made from plastic, that used in tourism industries, or you know, a whole lot more in food industry, so that is something that I get the buy-in. All right,
Mhm.
thank you. Yeah.
Right now, like we're focusing on single time use bath products.
Yeah.
But we think that if we're able to grow our company in the sense that we're able to work with Tainam to use their biocellulose film, we think we can branch into other industries as well. As right now we're focusing on bath products, but we think if we're able to make our film more durable, also preserving using natural products and making it sustainable, we think we can enter other industries, like for example packaging sauce. For example, we order
Oh,
pizza and
oh,
then
the food packaging. Yeah, I know.
yeah.
I agree. I agree. Awesome. I think it's
Thank
good.
you.
A few quick questions on my end. How many orb or how many units per jar? Say if the cost is 40 baht per orb, and then a jar is costing 400 baht. Do I have 10 units inside? That means I can shower 10 times.
Right. So the cost per orb is around 5 baht, 5 to 10 baht, because the 40 baht cost, which I previously talked about, was for the small jar, which contains around 5 orbs, I believe. So it kind of averages around 5 to 10 baht per orb, because when we buy the ingredients, we buy it in bulk, and then you can create like thousands of orbs from that amount, which the material cost is only 200 for a 100-gram bag, and we only use about 3 grams per orb of the sodium alginate and the calcium lactate. If that makes sense.
So if I am a user, and if I buy say 1 jar, how many times can I shower with this product?
5. It's a one-time use.
Every week?
Yeah, it's like for our company, we don't necessarily view it as a replacement, but it is more of like we don't plan to replace the current soap industry, because we know that that's already a big market, which we kind of can't replace with our orbs because we aren't able to mass produce it yet. But as of now, like we talked about, it was more of like a direct and indirect plan. So the orbs, they can't be used for every single time you shower, but for the time you do use it, you kind of learn more about our global issue, and you also have fun while doing it. So yeah.
In addition, you can also use them for traveling, and if we're potentially reaching out to different hotels looking forward to expand our product line, we can also have these orbs in the hotels, which are provide an alternative to the single-use plastic shampoo reuse or containers that are often seen in hotels.
I think, yes, I agree. I think the market that you should tackle is the hotel industry. The one-time use product is one of the highest turnover products and highest profit margin. You know, for those little shampoo, little soap, you can disrupt this market with start from the hoteling industry. If you can get the price point low enough, plus the environmental issues, then you may be able to disrupt this product chain, the one-time use industry. I think it's a great idea.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so
All right. Time's
Okay.
up.
Okay, it's okay.
You can ask your one last question, because
Okay.
this is the last one.
One question. What is your main product here? The soap or the innovative, degradable seaweed whole thing? What is your main product here?
So
Yeah.
we kind of had this debate within our company whether we were more of a bath product company or a packaging company. Well, we initially started off as a bath company because that was something we could manage, and it was something which our customers really wanted. But if we're expanding to the future, I think we would all prefer to be a packaging company, since the market for packaging is a lot bigger than the bath product market, both globally and in Thailand. So if you could kind of advance our production process, then we would love to be a packaging company in the future.
Adding on to what Justin said, our long-term goal, as she said, is to have our company be a packaging company. And right now, in a way, we're limited by our funds for research and development. However, we've been able to go on an internship to the Chiang Mai University Bioplastic Lab because we're trying to learn more about how to better our packaging. And we think that was a really great place to start, as that's what they specialize in.
I think that was a good question and a good answer.
Great to hear that.
Yes, great to hear that as well.
Thank you.
Good product.
So are we finished, or
are there any more questions that you guys have?
Okay, it is all on
Where
my
can I buy it?
Oh, you can let us know. We can give you the shop Facebook of our company, and we can ship it to you.
Really, I cannot find it. You show it H2 Orb. I cannot find it H2 Orb Facebook right now.
We can send it in the chat right now.
Yeah. Do you ship it to Singapore?
You come pick it up.
I can pick it up. If I'm allowed to travel.
Sorry, wrong thing.
Cool.
Oh,
we
wait,
still
sorry.
have time. Should we continuing comment this group or next?
I think it was the last question, right? I had the time.
Yeah.
But I think the organizers are missing.
I saw similar product. Someone created this water bubble. Is that the same thing that you don't rely on plastic bottle?
Yeah.
You can have this bubble water.
Yeah.
It's the same process to create it. It's called like reverse size purification, I believe. But we just kind of like adapted it differently from a water bottle type of product.
So I think it's this technology has proven, in terms of the FDA and all this stuff, and this is the packaging for food in the future too. One of the water companies in Thailand has been exploring for a couple of years now. I think it's an amazing opportunity in terms of the cost itself and so logistics and environmental issues. Awesome.
Thank you.
Okay, so starting now, the judges will start discussing for deciding their awards. So we'll enter the breakout room for the judges and we'll hear from some testimonials from participants about their past experiences.
Before we leave, we want to thank the judges and all the members of BEST for giving us this opportunity to get suggestions and guidance. So thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining, you guys. Okay, you can leave this chat. Okay, so judges, there'll be a breakout room option and just accept it.
Okay, still we're all live, guys. Oh, wow.
What drew you to the competition?
I heard my friend told me about this competition about like business, and I was already like interested in like businesses and how they work because my dad like talks about it a lot, and I really wanted to have my own experience of like running a business and maybe like pitching my ideas to other people, and I thought this was like a good experience to do that. Like I want to try something new. Like I never test my business skills before, and I want to test my limits on my knowledge and my management ability with the team also. So I want to try something new, and this leads me into the best competition because I also like business.
For this competition, we just grew into it because it promoted ideas based on technology and business. And we were already on the verge of making an idea based on like games and augmented reality apps, because we used to play board games at our school, and because of the coronavirus pandemic, it's hard to play with people and make it feel realistic. And that we hope that we could make a platform where people like could come together and play games at their homes, but while feeling like it's happening in real life.
What did you learn or accomplish with this experience?
We created our own like idea and our like company, and we learned how businesses work and how they like make profit, and how different people work together to create a product, and what the best strategies to like draw in customers and investors. And like we also learned to pitch our ideas in a presentation. As a leader, you got to stop leading forward by example, but sometimes you got to stay behind your team also to like push your teammates forward also, and also communication skills.
We learned better to perform as a team. I mean, we already knew how to perform as a team, but I felt like we connected very well, just sort of clicked. And what we accomplished was just basically make an app or a platform where people could meet. And we just accomplished a platform basically where people could hopefully come together and just play games together, and just hope that if we get funded, then we can possibly make this dream a reality.
What advice do you have for like future participants?
Work on something that they really like and they really want to improve, because that's how you like produce your best work, when you're working on something that you're passionate about. And when at that point you're not like working anymore, it's just like more like you're like doing your hobby, or you're doing something that you like, so you just spend a lot of time on it. And I also would like to say that you have to like work hard and like know how to work well with other people, because you're not just like in this on your own, and you're working with other people in your team, and you need to know how to work with them and and adapt to their needs, and get them to do their work. First of all, choose your team wisely. So it's gonna be so easy if your team is effective, but if you made a mistake or your team is not as effective as you want them to be, you can like try to understand them or like motivate them as much as possible, and also put the right teammate on the right job, and that's gonna do the most benefit for your team.
Don't doubt yourself. If you want to accomplish something, then you can go ahead and go and accomplish it, and just keep just have dreams and don't have any limits, because the only thing stopping you is your own, it's your own self limiting yourself. So if you don't have any limits, then you can just push ahead and get your dreams.
The Bangkok Entrepreneur Student Tryouts are best competition. The Bangkok Entrepreneur Student Tryouts or Best Competition is a competition for high school students.
for them to be able to experience the process of making a startup and being able to pitch their ideas to business professionals. Our goal is to provide students with an opportunity to utilize their abilities outside of the classroom and give them a safe space to experience real-world situations.
Most unique part about BEST is that it's the first high school competition hosted in Thailand. It encourages high school students to think of startups.
I think the most important part of being a facilitator is like helping the students feel at home and feel comfortable, because we want them to be in a safe place, and our job is to make them feel like we're the big brothers, so they can really come up with new ideas.
As a facilitator, I get to see the process of them working together, pitching with confidence and executing their ideas.
Competition, I really enjoyed pitching and presenting and answering these questions, which allowed me to realize that business was something I wanted to pursue, and presenting my venture was something I was really passionate in doing.
Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more. What you say? Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more.
For me, the biggest purpose for learning entrepreneurship is gaining the entrepreneurial mindset. And this is something that we want to give to the youth, because we feel that as our economy and the world starts to shift faster and faster because of technological change, geopolitical shifts of power, like for example from America all the way to China, as more conflicts happen across the world, and as we become more unsure of what our jobs will look like in the future, being entrepreneurial will allow you to tackle all these challenges very well. Entrepreneurs basically live in diversity and adversity.
Now the lifestyle of the world has changed. So not just only the university student, I think this one, the international student or the secondary school student, they can propose many ideas to the social world.
I think it's cool for your kind of age to have the stage to let everyone try and make a good practice, make a good fail, and just rising up again to be noticed and realize that how could we be a better person or better style of person or better mindset in the real world, and it's a good experience.
Hi, we're back in the main room.
Oh, so you guys need more time? Oh, okay. Summer will be putting you back to the lesson.
You guys can join the room right now. It's open.
Hi guys, this is Mina. So firstly, I would like to thank you for having me in this competition today. And you guys being here in the competitions allow you guys to participate and experience all the real world situations in making a startup. So I think this is a really great opportunity for you guys. So I would like to wish you all good luck and enjoy the song.
Baby, take my hand, I want you to be my husband, 'cause you're my Iron Man, and I love you 3000. Baby, take a chance, 'cause I want this to be something straight out of a Hollywood movie. I see you standing there, and your heart got away, and all I can think is where's the ring? 'Cause I know you wanna ask, scared the moment will pass. I can see it in your eyes, just take me by surprise. And all my friends, they tell me they're see you're planning to get on one knee, but I want it to be over blue. So make sure I have no clue when you ask. Baby, take my hand, I want you to be my husband, 'cause you're my Iron Man, and I love you 3000. Baby, take a chance, 'cause I want this to be something straight out of a Hollywood movie. Now I'm having dinner, baby, you're a winner. I see the way you smile, you think about the eye, you reach in your pocket, emotions locking. Before you could ask, I answered too fast. And all my friends, they tell me they see you're planning to get on one knee. So now I can't stop thinking about you. I figure out all the clue, so I ask, baby, take my hand, I want you to be my husband, 'cause you're my Iron Man, and I love you 3000. Baby, take a chance, 'cause I want this to be something straight out of a Hollywood movie. Da 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 da. No spoilers, please. Da 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 da. No spoilers, please.
So while the judges are still deciding, we would like Pooh to talk about his experience for working for BEST and being one of the facilitators. Pooh, can you tell us your experience?
Right. It's great to be part of the BEST team. I'm glad to see all the teams I've been have been in contacting with, such as Nutrix and Brian's team and Draft team, the Foodie Co. I've seen them grow and their teamwork a lot, and it was a joy to me to watch them grow and present on the last day. How about you, Sky?
Overall, while I was facilitating the few teams that were participating in the ISB course, I really liked how I got to know a lot of people, a lot of students, and like to see such like young people to have great ideas for their upcoming business ventures, and they're like it really proved that like even though we're young, that doesn't mean we can have great ideas, and our ideas should not be taken out of context. Yeah. You have anything more to add, Pooh?
Oh, I'm just saying that on today's presentation, I was really happy to see that everyone was prepared and every team's presentation was a solid job. As I see, the judges were having a really hard time making a decision right now about the winner. So, yeah, everyone are doing a great job. Guy?
Yeah, like Pooh said, I was really surprised how like people presented like a couple of days ago when they were rehearsing and they were like talking. We had to like pick out a lot of things that they could like change and everything. But I was really surprised when like they were presenting, and like it really shows that like they're really showmans, and when the time comes, they're like sometimes they can be kind of like playful and like not serious, but when the time comes, they'll be on task, and they'll always have like their gears on. You know. Did you have a particular team that you enjoyed, like watching or something like that, Pooh?
Well, for me, I would say I really enjoy talking to Machi from Nutrix Group because throughout the past 2 months, I've seen him like put a lot of work through his presentation, whether it was trying to get his team to work, and I know sometimes it's been a struggle for him to have his team work together, but then he pulled it through, and I'm really proud of him, and yeah, it's great to see him present today. Yeah, you have any specific team?
I liked all the teams. Like I didn't really have a particular one. Like I was really impressed with everybody, and I'm really proud of everybody. Like it really shows that like yeah. Overall, it was all great. I enjoyed all of them. Yeah. Yeah, and that's why the judges are taking so long to get a final result, because if they had all like awards to give out, it would be an easy decision, because they're all equally great, all equally amazing. Yeah, and as I said, it's fascinating how the young mind can think of great ideas and like innovative products. Yeah.
To wrap up everything before the judges come back, we would like to show another video to promote the ICS Business Club.
system, be it the cable network or the satellite. It's all through this room.
Sorry, it was on mute. Okay, thank you, judges, for your time. We really appreciate it. We enjoyed the feedback, the comments to all the presentations. It's now time to announce all the winners, which we will also send via email for those who cannot stay. But like mentioned earlier, the awards are first, the greatest social impact, second, most innovative business model, third, best validation, fourth, best pitch, and lastly, most advanced prototypes. Each judge will now be presenting the awards. We can start with social impact.
Oh, okay. Is it me, right? Well, the one that gets the most environmental impact or social impacts, I need to congratulate you, because if you can start doing this, the world will be a much better place in the future and the next generations to come. And the award goes to dun, 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 Trashify.
Okay. Now second, most innovative business model.
Oh, me, right? Hard to say without emotional. Okay. Anyway, the most innovative business model. I think all of the reward we quite hard to consider who can get it. Anyway, but the best most innovative business model should be proof that everyone can see from your business model that who will gonna get the money, what will gonna you do, also how will you calculate all the number from the things that you screen before. So okay, content. The most innovative business model goes for Foodie. Hey! Yeah, go for Foodie. Congratulations.
Okay, third is best validation.
Okay, I'm Ian. I'll be based on best validation. We were difficult for us to choose one. It was really difficult. We couldn't settle on one startup. But I think what sets the team apart from the rest was how they're able to go out there and not just interview people and validate their idea, but actually sell their products and get revenue. So we want that to Team 9, H2 Ops, for the best validation. Congrats.
Okay, moving on, best pitch.
Okay, so for best pitching, I have to honestly say that to sit down listening to all the pitching today for 2 hours straight, it really tiresome. But this team really give us the emotional, really give us the theoretical pitching. They're really refreshing the judges with their presentation, but still keeping the detail and the information of the pitching in a good order. And the best pitching goes to which team? Let me check. The best pitching goes to Invested.
Yay! Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Okay, now lastly, most advanced prototype.
Okay, so the most advanced prototype award, will go to those, the startup or the team that really puts in the effort and time to design the product, to think through the user experience, user interface, to really show the judges that you really put in the time to create things beyond just presentation slides for this competition. So I think the most advanced prototype award goes to Invested. Congratulations.
Congrats. Yay.
Okay, thank you guys all so much. Thank you again, judges. Thank you for those who watched the live. I know it's a completely new experience since it's not in person, but I'm just proud of the team and proud how we did this. And yeah, I'm looking forward to next year. And yeah, thank you so much again, judges. We really appreciate your time here. Yeah, okay, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.